Hello and welcome to Floating Through Film. This is episode 208 and I'm your host Blake, and this week we are starting my series on Nobuhiko Obayashi. We are starting with two of his, I guess the Onomichi Trilogy is what they're called online, where he just kind of filmed in his hometown of Onomichi, these two movies, and then one other that we're going to be doing next week. But we're starting with I Are You, You Are Me, and The Girl Who Leapt Through Time. But before we get into anything, let me introduce my co-hosts, Danny.
Hello.
And Luke.
Hello.
And so I guess we'll start this how we always kind of start our series, with me explaining why I decided to choose Obayashi. So I kind of fell in love with Obayashi after watching the first three movies of his that I watched way early in kind of my film watching journey or whatever, in like 2018 to 2020, where I watched House, Hanagatami, and Labyrinth of Cinema.
Wait, you didn't watch... I watched Hanagatami before you did.
I think I watched Hanagatami in 2020.
Did you? Or wait, did you do that?
I did. Because I did check my letterbox, because I wanted to be sure.
I watched it before you.
But you might be right. I honestly don't remember, but...
No, yeah, you watched it for the first time in 2022. Because I remember I watched it, and I told you to watch it, and then you watched it.
Maybe I'm thinking of House, then, was 2020.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Regardless, though, I watched these movies from, like, I guess 2020 to 2022. And then I didn't really watch anything else of his for about a year. These were kind of the only three that I had ever watched from him, which I feel like is kind of normal. Like, I feel like most people stop after watching House. Because if you do look on, especially like on Letterboxd,
yeah, it's
got like 500,000 logs, and then his next highest is like 25,000 with his motorbike, or his Motorbike Her Island, I'm pretty sure. Which is just an insane gap. And we kind of talked about that.
Yeah, and then the next one's like 7.9k. Which is Hanagatami.
Which one?
Hanagatami's only 7.9.
7.9.
What was House? 2.5 million?
No, 500,000 probably.
Oh,
yeah, 2.5 million, damn.
What is it?
What's what?
House.
You said it.
Oh,
I think it's around 500.
He said, I thought you checked.
Anyway.
He said he thought. I feel like it would be more than that, but...
It might be more.
Well, I guess I'll check now. Yeah, it's 457k. It's still a large gap, like a very large gap.
Well, because we kind of talked about that whenever we talked about House, just kind of how... Because by the time we did House, I had at least watched some more of his movies as well. And so I was like, it's kind of a movie... Like, I love House still, and if it's your favorite Obayashi movie, I don't think that's stupid at all. Like, I think House is a great movie. But I do think that at least a lot of these movies that we're going to be doing in the series are the movies that Obayashi should be known for, but they're really only movies that he's known for in Japan.
Wait, was Labyrinth the second movie of his you watched?
I think it might have been.
Because it's crazy, you watched his first movie and his last movie. And those were the first two you watched.
It's crazy, dude.
That's just a classic Blake thing.
Okay.
let me have, like, for a long time...
House. His first feature.
His first feature.
And then his last film was Labyrinth of Cinema, and those are the first two we watched.
Yeah, damn.
I watched...
That's the classic, like, Blake, I'm gonna watch Fellini's last film, and that'd be the only film of his I see for, like, a while.
I got everything I need to know about Fellini off of that one film. I'm just kidding.
Totally, yeah.
No, but once I think at the end of 2023 is whenever I finally picked up watching Obayashi again. I don't remember exactly why. I think I might have been talking about it with one of my friends on Letterboxd or whatever. Like, he just recommended I watch Miss Lonely. Maybe after I had watched one of them. And I know I watched Miss Lonely, I think, on Halloween night 2023. At least that's what my Letterboxd says. And that's
a random choice for Halloween.
Like, Jesus. It's such a good-ass movie.
Oh, wait, so you watched it Halloween night?
Yeah.
Because I watched it 2nd of November 2023.
Yeah, because I think I told you to watch it.
That probably was what happened, yeah.
But these movies that we're going to be doing, I do think Obayashi should be known more for, at least internationally too. Like, because as well as he does something like House, like this horror cinema, his wholesome movies combined with just this loss of innocence that he's always going to have tackling in all of his
wholesomeness,
movies.
Loss of innocence, memory, time.
Exactly, time, dreams, like everything.
Yeah,
kind of like he's got so much going on. Like,
I feel like those are the main ones, though.
Oh, they definitely are.
Sure.
I am interested to see what Danny has to think about Obayashi, because I know that he does not like sentimental and happy movies. And Obayashi does.
Happy is the wrong word. I would agree with sentimental.
Hanagatami's kind of will be interesting.
I think
to see his
I think
reaction
it will be
on.
too. I mean, these movies are going to be interesting to see his reaction on for me personally, but
Because let me tell you, he does not necessarily make 90-minute movies.
No, not necessarily. A lot of his movies are.
He loves the long
short
stuff.
too.
Kind of.
The last.
He has some
movies are
Rivette in
gonna be
him.
longer. He
Yeah.
does.
Although not as extreme as Rivette, obviously.
But one thing I will say about why I think I fell in love with Obayashi so much is he never really makes the same movie twice. Like I feel like he does. He has the same themes, but like everything he's trying in all these movies, he's always giving me something new.
They're very
whenever I watch
distinct
them.
from each other.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree.
But I guess with me saying that, I am interested in your guys' opinions, at least overall, on Obayashi and where you are with him. Luke, I will start with you because I know that you have seen a lot of him as well.
Yeah, I feel like we were kind of getting into him around the same time.
Yes.
Although you kind of went farther with it because I got distracted because I always get distracted. Just a classic Luke thing. But yeah, I think I think the first movie of his I watched was House. Was the first movie of his that you watched House too, Danny, or was it Making of Dreams?
I mean, it's around the same time. I don't know.
That's kind of funny having.
I think it might have been Making of Dreams that he watched first. Honestly.
Yeah, it was.
Damn. Yeah, I watched House like everyone else, and I was like, "Yo, this is like really cool." And then I like didn't really look further into it because you're just getting into cinema at the time, so
yeah.
All you know about House is that like, oh, it's like the weird, wacky horror movie, and you don't really like explore the director further. But then
I think Japan. Just on that note, I think Japan might have the most directors where that's true, where they have this one film that everyone watches because it's like it's a Japanese classic, and it has like a has like it fulfills like a certain role in like what you think of Japan, like even Ozu Tokyo Story, like Kurosawa has like the samurai movies. So
Mizoguchi has like 2, I guess.
I don't even consider Mizoguchi in this category. Like I think he gets watched way less. Like
that's true.
Well, even then, like the people, I feel like he has like the 2 big criteria.
Like why Harikiri is like randomly like one of the most watched Letterboxd movies, and like none of his other movies are watched. But it's like each one has.
But the drop off after Sancho the Bailiff and Yugetsu for Mizoguchi is pretty significant.
That's true.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
But yeah,
just in general, like because
yeah,
House is definitely that. Like it's the weird Japanese horror movie.
No, yeah. But yeah, I think then it was like I think in 2022 I had like someone I follow watch Monogatari, and I was like, damn, this like. I like the poster a lot. The header looks cool. Let me watch it. And I was like, my mind was blown. I was like, what the fuck? This like mainly the use of green screens.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I didn't realize green screens could be used this way. Which he used kind of like a similar green screen effect in House, but he almost like he makes it more like fake in Hanagatami. Like it's more extreme in a way. Which obviously the way we kind of view green screens now in a lot of blockbusters like Marvel movies, for example, it's very negative. But he proves that like it doesn't have to be negative. Like you can use them, their extreme kind of like artificial nature, and using it in a more like dreamlike way. Definitely. In Hanagatami. Like the way you use it for like the moonshots. Okay, actually
they're so amazing.
Dave's gonna love the moonshots in Hanagatami, so that might push it over the edge for him.
Okay,
I hope so.
Because oh my god, you have no idea, Danny. Like I'm waiting for in a few weeks the grinding the film Twitter post where he's posting the stills from Hanagatami. That's gonna go off, by the way. Lot of cult fans on Twitter.
Yeah, there's some great ass shots in all of his movies, though. That's the thing.
But the Hanagatami ones, though,
no,
and Castle West in the Sky is like so good too. I mean, okay, well, I'll get to that. But, like, yeah. Watch Hanagatami blew me away, so I decided to watch more of his movies. Still haven't watched nearly all of them. Still a lot I need to watch. He's got a lot of movies. Like, I watched, like, his Motorbike Island, which obviously I loved. And then I watched, like, Labyrinth of Cinema. And then Casting Lost to the Sky was probably the second movie that really also just, like, completely blew me away. Like, I might like it more than Hanagatami.
It's definitely...
Granted, it's been a while since I've watched it. Cause it's like Hanagatami, like similar themes, but he's like doing it in like a weird like hybrid documentary kind of essay film way.
It's
like,
definitely an essay film. It's
awesome. Joe Hisaishi score too. Oh, I guess technically the score of Hanagatami is literally just Bach, because he just plays that one Bach song over and over and over again.
He does that in so many of his movies.
No, yeah, but like Hanagatami, I feel like it's like most memorable. It's like this, it's like a
Chopin,
famous Bach song.
Chopin and Lonely Heart is probably my most memorable.
Okay, I need to rewatch this. I don't really remember that, but there's like Hanagatami literally just plays the same Bach piece over and over and over and over and over again. Like it's super interesting, but yeah, I mean, a lot of great films we'll talk about. A lot. I still need.
You didn't talk about these two at all, though.
Well, I hadn't seen either of these yet.
Oh, okay.
So I'm saying I need to like lock in. You know, just in multiple, just in movies in general, but Obayashi for sure. But yeah, really excited to talk about him. Every time Blake was like, "I'm thinking about doing a series on him," I'm like, "Just do it, bro! Like, do it, bro. Stop teasing."
He's a little intimidating. These movies aren't going to show him. He's going to get really intimidating.
Yeah, these are like very like low key, kind of down to earth, and then like he goes.
Most of his '80s work I would consider low key and down to earth. Honestly, maybe not his Motorbiker Island. That one's a little bit more.
Even then, it's like it's still sort of.
But
okay, if we're talking relative to his like later stuff, it is very down to earth.
No, exactly.
Because he goes full blown like maximalist at the end of his career. It's crazy.
Yeah, we'll definitely talk.
Yeah,
about it.
He has a really great evolution as an artist for sure. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, Danny, what about you?
I guess the only one I'd really seen before House was the Making of Dreams documentary that he did on Kurosawa.
Phenomenal documentary.
No, it's a great documentary. Honestly, my two favorite Obayashi movies I've seen so far is Making of Dreams and his Onomichi short film he made. Onomichi. That was a gorgeous film too. But I don't know. I'm more excited to watch his other movies. The way you guys talk about Hanagatami and his later movies, I'm like, I need to watch that Obayashi because
this guy,
like this one, like these two. There are parts I like, especially with I'm gonna call it Exchange Students.
That's
I keep
fine.
Forgetting the other title. I keep
you
saying it wrong. I'm like, I am you. No, it's not that. It's I are you. You am me.
Transfer Students.
Is it I are you?
I are you. You are me.
You am me.
You are me. I think.
Well, it's like a translation.
Is it an am though? Like
yeah, the title's like on Letterboxd is like you am me.
It's more weirder than just like how it normally sounds. Like both phrases.
I think that's a translation thing though.
That's why I'm saying Exchange Students because it's also called Exchange Students.
Transfer Students.
I are you. You are me. Kind of like rolls on the tongue really well though.
If I can remember it, I just keep fucking it up. Like when I'm looking it up on Letterboxd.
No,
I can't fucking find it.
I can't fucking find this shit. Yeah, no, it happens all the time.
No, and also, you said you read this article too on sensitivecinema.com.
Yes.
They have an article by the author's name is Hal Young. He also quoted a different guy named Paul Roquet, who also wrote an article on Obayashi that I read, and they kind of both talk about because the Sense of Cinema article quotes Paul Roquet as saying, even from the very earliest of his works, there's a fervent impulse towards melodrama of the most robust and romantic sort.
Yes, sir.
And I'm not against melodrama. Actually, I like melodrama, but it's more of like the robust and romantic sort that really it can annoy me at times. You know, especially
we know.
More understanding the background of these movies too, and you can tell while watching them like these were made as more of kids' movies.
Oh, definitely. Yes.
You know,
I think I said that. I said that last week whenever I was introducing this because I was like, these are two movies. If I ever have kids,
he loves children.
Oh yes. Damn, dude.
You make it weird when you pause.
You do.
If you just kept going, like
I couldn't keep going, bro. I phrased that so badly.
No, he has a great care for the way the world
care for the youth of the world.
Yes, exactly. He especially cares for how the world treats children and how they kind of like.
That's a very eloquent way to say it. I should just not say anything.
Also, like childhood as just like nostalgia.
Yes, he loves nostalgia. Loves filming of nostalgia at the very least, and how it plays with people. Because I mean, that's exactly what these two movies are basically. Like this is hometown, you know. Like there's a reason he made these two movies in his hometown. So,
and it's funny. I think it's a Sense of Cinema article. They talk about like because he started in experimental cinema, and you can really see that even in these films. Just like the shifts from black to white and like the different aspect ratios and stuff.
I mean, The Girl Who Leapt Through Time has just some amazing, just
black
and white and color film technique in the movie.
Which he kind of comes back to in his Motorbiker Island in a even more interesting way, in my opinion.
It is.
Because we'll talk about it next week. I was about to get into that movie.
Well, I agree with you. It kind of relates to this week. Like, maybe my two main issues with both these films is like, I can feel almost a split between like the kind of heartwarming kids drama it's telling, which is more just kind of normal to me. It touches on like more interesting stuff as we're going to go through the movie, but it's not as weird almost as I was like hoping. It is kind of more normal. It's more like the technical stuff is interesting.
The technical,
but like the actual like narrative of the film like is almost like underwhelming. Like especially when it's like called The Girl Who Leapt Through Time. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be so awesome. And it's like, oh, just like a kids drama kind of. There's like one really great scene. Or a couple scenes, like where she's like traveling through time. It's like fucking insane. I'm like, this should be the whole movie. You know what I mean? Like, this is how it just fucking started.
But see, that's kind of what I love about this period of Obayashi is like he has it is like down to earth. Like he shows that he can do this type of movie basically because people think he's the house director and that's not what he is. So
no, it's not. I'm not against down to earth part. It's more just the normalcy, just the content itself, like.
I honestly don't think You Are Me is normal in any way.
That's why I like that one a little more than Girl Who Leapt Through Time.
I do too.
There's some really
I do think like it's almost like I think you might even say this in one of your reviews. Like you don't even know if he's going for some of the like, but that's what a great movie does. It's like even if you don't know if the director is all the way like going for some of the dynamics you're reading to the film, it's like open enough where you're allowed to do that.
Exactly.
So I can definitely see in that one, but even that one, it's like I don't know. It just felt like underwhelming to me in terms of just like the narrative. Like it feels kind of just. I don't know, like compared to the visuals where it does get interesting at parts, especially Girl Who Leapt Through Time at moments. But I'm more excited to watch these later ones, especially like when you say essay film. I get excited because
I do think you're gonna like casting.
That's where I feel like some of the experimental techniques I'm seeing in these films, like it should be used more for an essay film. Like I know he was heavily influenced by Godard,
Yeah.
I mentioned okay,
and you can even see that in some of these films, like the way he's like filming.
I mentioned Rivette earlier, and I like about his longer movies, but also in Castleman's the Sky, there's also a stage production going on, and that's like a big part of it. Sorry, I just thought of that.
That's true.
So I guess you can also say it's Renoir, because obviously Rivette got that from Renoir. And I mean, sneak peek. Spoiler alert.
So true.
Dropping hints.
Paul Roquet, the other guy who I just quoted, he wrote his own article in it's called MidnightEye.com. And apparently, like, this film is really influential in just Japanese cinema. And also,
or The Girl Who
Leapt Through Time. But also both, just what he did to this genre, basically. Of, like, and honestly, it's influential on anime, too.
Oh, big time, yeah.
Which is in a negative way.
Well,
like, what I'm saying. It's
well, because The Girl Who Leapt Through Time is a manga. It was a manga first.
And apparently, if you, like, search on Letterboxd, the 2006 one comes up or something.
Yes, it does. Which that's a good movie, too. I like it.
Yes. I haven't seen that one. But, like, I'm not saying that's all in a good way. Like,
well, no.
That's what he says, too, because he says it's almost like, the quote he says is, basically, it almost turns out to be, almost fateful for Japanese visual culture, the way it narrowed experimental film to the realm of childish entertainments. It's like, I can see that with, especially anime, too, where, like, it gets visually, like, really interesting, but, like, the actual content, like, can feel childish at times, or... Well, yeah. That's how I even feel about these two a little bit.
There's some interesting readings you can have on I Are You Are Me.
Oh, big time.
Especially the trans stuff.
There are, but...
big time.
Yeah. I'm not saying, especially with that one, there definitely are. But that's just part of the plot itself. It lends for that. I mean, like, the story.
Yes. Well, just speaking, I guess the open nature of his movies, I think even that article brought it up, but just the fact that he opens most of his movies with the A movie... just lends itself to the open nature anyway of just like you're coming into a movie. He doesn't tell you what type of movie. It's just a movie, and then you're allowed to form your own opinion on it.
And like that's another kind of Godard thing, right? Of like making almost like the techniques obvious to you, like the change of aspect ratio. Just like making the techniques so obvious to where you're watching the movie itself. But he's obviously way more heartwarming than Godard is.
Well, yes.
Stuff like that.
No,
like,
because
that's where Godard is different.
I think the best thing about Obayashi is he does believe in humanity. Like, even though a lot of his movies show how bad humanity is, or how depraved it really is, like our nature is, he does still believe in the good of humanity, and that's what a lot of his movies are about. even these loss of innocence.
He's also very anti-fascist. I don't know if you ever,
big time.
Which I guess having a love for humanity basically just means you're anti-fascist.
Well, we'll be getting into the anti-fascist stuff, especially later on.
I mean, we kind of already did with, House is like kind of, it's more direct, I guess, than some of the other movies.
No, have you read the article on Sisters of Cinema?
No.
Because they actually compare House and Hanagatami as basically being the same script because Obayashi said it was the same script.
No, they're similar.
Yeah. I need to watch it again because I haven't seen Hanagatami since reading that, obviously. So
yeah,
I need to actually watch it to see if I agree.
I mean, Danny's
actually, I need to send you. I also read an interview he did. I think it might have been Criterion. I forgot where it was, but he talks about it's really basically, he was born in this like 5-year period of like Japanese kids where like they still thought they were about to go to war.
Yeah.
But then they're being taught like you need to be ready to die for your country, anything to do to battle to death if you need to, etc. And then right after the Americans take over, all of a sudden these same exact people are teaching them you have to be peaceful.
Yeah.
No war. You have to be total. And it's like basically there's like these kids that had to grow up and it's kind of like basically seeing how adults will just lie to you, or like basically almost like showing you the contradiction just right there.
Yeah.
And I remember because he talks about Takahata as like one of his favorite directors. I think it was by the time he did this interview at the time he made Hanagatami.
I mean that makes sense too.
Yeah, I know. And I was like, oh damn. Yeah, no. That's why you got to read this interview too.
I do.
Because he's like one of his closest friends. He talked about at the time.
I love that.
Yeah, I was like, damn. That's why I was like,
because they are similar directors in a lot of ways too. I would say.
I haven't seen these later. I haven't seen more of the war where he talks about the war kind of topics yet.
Well, I mean, we're not going to be doing his war movies. I feel like until like later because even the one that is in this period of the 80s that we're going to be starting with, I'm saving for the last week, just because it pairs like there was a long stretch in his career where he did not direct movies about war. And that's because like his first war movie was Bound for the Fields, the Ocean, and the whatever, I can't remember the entire title, but there was like a 40-year break between that and I think Casting Blossoms in the Sky, which is his next anti-war movie.
His war movies were like basically when he found out he didn't have a lot to live.
Yeah,
I think Hanagatami was like he was told he had like
months to live.
Yeah, basically. Months to live.
Which is crazy. It's crazy he lived years later and directed an entire other movie.
Yeah, 2-3 years later.
Yeah.
No. Because you can tell too, because he's like basically trying to get all his thoughts. You can say
Hanagatami is a great movie simply because of that. Like he's definitely giving that's one reason why the green screen goes so hard is because he's doing everything he can to make this be his best movie basically ever. So
yeah.
And
are we doing Labyrinth of Cinema too?
We are not doing Labyrinth of Cinema. Sad, kind of sad, but also Hanagatami and Labyrinth of Cinema are very very similar movies, and Hanagatami just better.
In some ways. They're still pretty distinct.
They are definitely distinct because Labyrinth of Cinema obviously has
you kind of said earlier like, oh, they're all very distinct movies.
They are, but in terms of themes especially, they're extremely similar.
Yeah, although Labyrinth of Cinema is just like it's so distinct with like how it's like going through like Japanese cinema and Japanese history. The time traveling shit, it's like makes it very distinct, I think, from Hanagatami. Although there are similar stuff. Also, some of the shots from Labyrinth of Cinema are like there's some shots that rival some of the best shots in Hanagatami.
There are.
Like the one where it's like an orange sky
with the ships. Yeah, right. Is that what you're thinking of?
Or no, it's like a couple embracing, and then it's like the sky in the background's like orange. It's like a sunset.
Yeah.
Am I thinking of the right? That's Labyrinth of Cinema, right?
So, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That sounds like it'd be in Labyrinth of Cinema.
No, I remember that shot. Damn, there's some all-time shots in some of those movies. Holy shit, I can't wait to get to them.
Yeah,
we're really building up Hanagatami for him. Like maybe we're setting up for disappointment.
I hope not.
But hopefully not. Yeah,
we'll see though. But I mean, we can go ahead and get into this week, I guess, and we'll start with our you or me. So I guess I'll give my overall thoughts first. I obviously love this movie. It's one of the first ones whenever I started watching Obayashi again that I watched, and I really fell in love with this movie. Like it's got like this just really quiet charm, but I really fell in love with it because of kind of like Luke already touched on it earlier, whenever he said like there is a very very easy trans reading in this movie.
Yeah.
Of just like and how Japanese society treats people.
They did mention it's because of the content, but I will say. the fact, like, the form kind of supports it in the way that, like, it's black and white when they're in their old bodies, and then it's, like, in color when they're in their new bodies.
Exactly.
So I think that's, like...
But why?
Well, like, kind of, like, a new body bringing in, like, color. Like, I feel like it's
new
kind of...
perspective or something, you know?
Like a... It's, like, hard to, like, put in the words.
I need a reason.
You guys see what I'm saying.
It's order the form. You said the form supports...
Well, yeah,
I don't know why.
But I mean,
which person?
Black and white for their old body when they're in their old bodies, and it goes into color with their new bodies.
But are you saying like is the new bodies better?
Yeah,
like,
I think that's
their true form.
I think that's kind of like,
and then they have to go back to the way it was, black and white at the end.
Yeah, like kind of like that.
Okay.
I don't know a good way to like put that. It's kind of hard to like.
Actually, my main question, I don't even know. Like, I'm just trying to like. I've more been thinking about this. Is, like the very beginning of the movie, she's like really confident.
Yeah.
Right. Like, remember, like, when they're just in their normal bodies. And he's the one that's kind of shy a little bit, doesn't want to talk to her, but she keeps, like, coming up, you know, remember, like, when they first meet? Or, it's not their first meeting, I guess, technically.
Yeah.
But then when they switch bodies, and she's, like, in his body now, and then he's in her body, she gets, like, way less confident. And he's the one that gets more confident in her body. You know what I mean? Where, like, if you kind of watch him in the movie, she's, like, way less in his body. He's, like, you know... Like, she's way less confident than she was at the very beginning.
No, yeah.
And he in her body. So you could say, like, is it, like, the transferring, like, from his, like, he's the girl, you know? Or is it... Because that's my main wonder of the movie. Is, like, why does she get way less confident in his body? You know? And I was just wondering about that. Because to me, it's, like, a noticeable difference.
No, it is. No, she's definitely way different at the beginning of the movie, for
yes,
sure.
Yes, like, she's the one that's outgoing, like, kept trying to talk to him, and then, like, they kind of, like, her personality shifts. You know, there are like things in the movie that I wish they would almost explore more. You know,
well, I think that's like, the main reason. Like one of the main things that kind of supports the trans reading is because she doesn't want to be in this male body. Like she's definitely the heavy factor for me. Like she does not want to be a man. Like she wants to. But does he want to be a woman though? That's the other thing. Like I mean, he obviously kind of like.
But the way he acts in the woman's body is still almost like a man. You know.
No. Yes. Exactly.
The way they show that.
Which that's one of the whole things about like the whole concepts of this movie is just like showing how Japanese society treats people that act how they're not supposed to, basically.
No, there's some interesting moments in the film that really support. But then even then, there's some moments. But then it's like you can kind of tell it's a kids movie because they're like a character will just make the point for you in dialogue like right after. I'm like, I was like just thinking that in my head. Like you do have to say it. Like I have that in my notes a couple times too. But no, it's definitely a really interesting movie. I do like it more than House. I'll say that.
Wow, that's kind of crazy.
He kind of hates on. He hates on House a lot though.
Too,
like every time House gets brought up, he's like.
I mean, it's a messy movie.
It's like he's trying to get like the bad taste of it out of his mouth.
He always makes the same face, like the disgusting.
Like the thought of watching this makes me annoyed. Like my brain's gonna hurt.
Okay, it's not that bad. You're acting like it's like a miserable film to watch.
It's just like a. Like, I've been watching Dreyer. I watched a few Dreyer movies this week. Okay. His later movies.
Gertrude?
Not Gertrude yet. I watched Day of Wrath and Ordette.
Okay.
I'm going to watch Gertrude this week, probably. But, like, he's, like, so anti-montage in those films. I'm just starting to realize, like, I just might be, like, just total Bazinian, just, like, for the long take. Versus, like, you have to be Godard based to use montage well, almost. Or Michael
Don't you love Eisenstein?
Or Eisenstein. Like, these are the masters of montage. Okay. But if you're just like Obayashi making his first movie, it just like annoys me.
Bro.
Like, he did little bro no Obayashi, bro.
God.
He's like, you're not him,
That's
bro.
A bad thing.
I
meant different. I meant like fucking Project Hail Mary if you're doing this shit. You know?
Okay.
You know?
You said Obayashi though.
That's sorry. But that's why I think of House.
We need to like make a list.
So much cutting.
We need to make a list of directors he's subtweeting right now.
Well, most films are like, are just like pure like montage compared to like they're just so fast. So fast they cut. You know, there's so many cuts and even a dialogue scene will have like 100 cuts back and forth.
Why don't you like Cassavetes then?
I do like Cassavetes. Don't call me a hater. Don't call me.
Every time he's brought up.
Shut up.
It's kind of true though.
No,
that's what I'm saying.
But I do. I kind of like. I like this more about that. I like this movie more because of that reason. It's a little more calmer in that respect.
Okay, yeah, I agree.
It definitely is.
It touches on. I just wish it almost go deeper in the themes. Like, It kind of is more of a narrative movie.
I mean, I feel like it does go kind of very deep on the thing. Like, it goes deeper than I remembered it going. I'll just say
on like the body dysphoria type.
The body dysphoria, but just like, especially what that causes to your mental state, because both of them are very close to suicide at the end of this movie. Like, that's a very easy reading of this movie too.
Yeah.
Especially the girl, especially Kazumi.
Maybe just totally the movie. I just know they're not going to commit suicide. It
Well,
just wouldn't fit in the kids movie. That's what I mean, though. Like when I'm watching a Godard movie like this, I know like, oh, they might actually commit suicide. You know, like I'm actually thinking about that.
If they commit suicide, this would be an instant favor for Danny.
It would make the movie more interesting. You got to be honest. Even though the ending of this movie is very memorable.
The ending of this movie is amazing.
I will say.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's a good ending.
You have any more to say about
this one?
Get into your guys' thoughts.
Did you already go?
No. I mean, I really like it. As like you guys have been saying, like more down to earth. Still has some like flourishes of, kind of like maybe flashes of his later work to come. Definitely. Is it Your Name that's like heavily influenced by it, or is it another one?
Makoto Shinkai's entire persona is Obayashi based.
He's reheating Obayashi's nachos.
Yes,
Wait, which guy?
Makoto Shinkai. It's the guy that directed Your Name. He's done a lot of other ones.
Your Name is like it's like the anime movie where they body swap. Like a lot of people have seen it.
Or have I seen it just totally from
I don't think you've seen it. I remember loving it whenever I first watched it, but that was pre-Obayashi, obviously.
I think I'd still like it.
I think I'd still like it, too.
Like, I remember it fondly.
I remember it being a very pretty movie to look at, too. So.
I remember there was, like, at the end, I kind of got confused,
I gave it a solid 3.5 in 2018.
Like, I remember, like, the ending, like, it got, like, kind of, like, confusing. Because they, like, went to this, like, big-ass, like, mountain thing, I think.
Oh, the mountain was amazing, though.
No, I just didn't know, like, what the fuck was going on, I think.
Because, like... Your Name has so much of both these movies that we're doing this week in it.
Oh, I guess you could say that.
Because the ending of Your Name is literally the ending of
some like time, it's some like crazy shit like that. Yeah,
which the ending of The Girl Who Left the Time is amazing, but we'll get to that too.
I do agree with that. But yeah, no, it's a really good movie. It's not one of my favorites because that's a high bar, like a very high bar, but it's a worthwhile movie in his filmography.
It was one of his first big hits too.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's one of the first. It's one of his most well remembered.
Was he like super commercial in Japan?
Yes, he was.
These were especially
his age.
Because I feel like later on, like they seem more low budget in a way, even though they are like more.
I think this was at least what that article we read said. This was his most successful period. The 80s.
Okay, yeah, that would make sense.
I think it was either this one or The Girl Who Left Through Time. I can look inside.
Which he also directed a lot of commercials too.
He did. He says that he directed over 2,000. But
like damn, who have we also done that directed commercials?
I mean, Tony Scott.
Didn't Bresson do? Yeah. Did Bresson do?
Bresson, well, that's the kind of interesting. Like he did photography advertisements before.
Oh, okay, so it's like a different type of commercials. I guess he was like in like the 40s.
It's interesting. Like Satyajit Ray, he worked as a marketing for a while before he even made films, like doing posters and stuff. Yeah. No, there have been directors that have done commercials, but he did a lot. Like his. I'll link the Sense of Cinema article in the description.
Good.
But I think they talk about this. Like, so he was known as an experimental filmmaker.
Yes.
Made a lot of shorts, and then like the commercial industry basically recruited him. And he was kind of seen as a betrayer, like his peers, because a lot of them didn't go because like they saw him as selling out. But he said he went because like they basically had way better technology than he could use. And he says there's actually a YouTube interview with him. Like he did this like tour of like American colleges a while ago, and I listened to one. And he talks about this, how he used commercials basically to like experiment, of like what he could do, like. He said they didn't even bother him. Usually, like, they wouldn't tell him what to do.
Yeah.
With the commercial, as long as you showed the product at the very end or something,
Okay.
So it's interesting, like, because did you say he made over like 2,000?
Yeah, that's what he says.
Yeah, he says that. Yeah. Just insane.
Well, I guess another interesting part about that is because I guess of the commercial work, that's kind of how he got the job for House. Because him getting the job for House was very uncommon in Japan because he didn't work as like an assistant director or anything, which is usually what you had to do in Japan to actually work up to make your own movie. But I guess the studio hired him and said, "We've been losing money on movies people can understand, so make us a movie no one can understand." And he made House.
Yeah.
Hey, it fits. No. But I guess we can go ahead and get into IRU or Me. I will say, I guess, before we fully get into it, I think one reason I also love this movie so much is because, like, the performances of the two leads are really great, in my opinion. Like, just the way that they act in their bodies, because they're obviously both still a man and a woman, but they're having to act completely different to what society views of them. I think they do a great job in that. Like, that's one of the strong points of this movie for me. And this guy, I don't remember his name for the life of me right now because I'm really bad with names, but he's in a lot of Obayashi movies. He's obviously going to be in Lonely Heart next week also, or Miss Lonely. Like, he's one of my favorite Obayashi actors.
Is that your favorite Obayashi?
Yes.
Okay.
It's one of my favorite movies of all time. But
I could say that about like multiple of his movies.
That's true. That's true. But I think both of them in this movie were actually like 17. Like, they were still child actors. So he did actually get young actors for these movies too.
Oh, the girls in His Motorbike Her Island?
I think they're both in His Motorbike Her Island.
Yeah, they are.
In smaller parts.
Oh, there's smaller parts? Yeah, then. I was like, is this the main girl from His Motorbike Her Island?
No.
I was about to say.
Whoa. No, that was her first role, I'm pretty sure, in His Motorbike Her Island.
Ooh, Bressonian.
But IRU, You Are Me, we'll go ahead and get into it because it starts how many Obayashi movies, like I already said, start with just the black screen that says a movie. And then it kind of just opens.
Just in case you didn't know what you were watching.
Exactly. But it lets you form your own opinion on what
it's not a book, guys. It's a movie.
It's not a book.
Glad we cleared that up.
Well, it is based on a novel. No, but he opens on just these shots through the small screen of Onomichi. As I think it's Kazuo's dad in this movie. That's his name in this movie, Kazuo. He's like kind of reminiscing just about Onomichi itself, and it does, as we kind of mentioned already, start in black and white, as we kind of see his school life and kind of what it's about. Like Danny already said, he's not super shy. Like he himself is not super shy. I don't think in these opening scenes. It's just more like he's quiet, just kind of he's quiet, but he has friends and stuff like that. Like he just looks like a normal kid. Yeah. Like, but the first thing that happens, and one of the reasons this is obviously called Transfer Student 2, is a transfer student gets transferred. Which I guess I will say the credits to this movie are amazing because it is just Obayashi going through his hometown and shooting amazing shots of this movie, or amazing shots for this movie, but. Yeah, so like this new transfer student arrives, and she has a very similar name to Kazuo. They both have the last name of Saito. And so there are obviously like a lot of jokes made about that, which a lot of the stuff in this movie is like it's very childhood nostalgic. Like anyone who's kind of been in a classroom kind of gets these dynamics, you know? Like, yeah. I feel like he captures those very well, and he will in most of his movies. But she's saying things basically at this opening moment like, "Oh, you're Kazuo, you're the one I remember, the one who wet the bed," and shit like that. It's especially funny whenever she's saying this all over the loudspeaker and everyone's hearing everything in the rooms. But the movie, like, it kind of just really... One reason I also like this movie is it does really just kind of flow well because not a lot really happens. Like, it's just a lot of them, like, wandering around talking to each other, honestly.
Yeah, it's kind of like Romarian.
Honestly, it kind of is. No, it is though. No. It is, especially the scenery.
He was like offended by that.
He was.
Damn.
Yeah.
He hates Obayashi.
It still has too much of a narrative, kind of like a pulse to it, to me.
Okay. I can see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I was just more thinking about the walking around talking.
Yeah, I will say there is some of that.
A lot of that.
Yeah.
Because the narrative,
but there's still a lot of tension that's never in a Roman movie of like, the tension of him moving away. Yes. The tension of are they going to be able to switch back? That's why I say it's not really romantic.
There's tension there, but there's nothing they can really do about it. So that's like, I feel like it's still kind of cool.
But it's still played like a big part of the narrative. That's what the narrative of the film is actually.
A big part, though.
I would say, especially the fact that he's moving. Are they going to be able to switch by the time he moves?
Yeah, but they can't, like, they're not doing it, or they can't do anything about it, really, because they don't, like, know how to do anything about it. So it's mostly just them like wandering around, kind of being depressed about the situation that they're in.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, that's why I kind of like, I don't know. It is like kind of narrative.
I can do the part of it. There's not a lot that goes on, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a lot of dialogue. Not even that, actually. Just a lot of them wandering around. I don't know. But they do walk home together this first day. Because she is kind of like Danny said earlier, too. She's kind of just, like, badgering him, trying to get him to, like, kind of, like, just be friends again, almost, like they used to be. But even though we don't know that yet as the audience. But on their walk home together, we do get an interesting part of this movie. Another kind of, like, his experimental background, because she says at one point, like, "Oh, I've kept your secret all this time. Your secret that you killed our grandma or my grandma or whatever." And then it cuts to, like, this literally, like, silent movie of just, like, them as kids playing around, and him spraying like insect pesticide on the grandma whenever her mouth's open. She's obviously dead already, but it's just like this really interesting moment in the movie. I don't know. He just goes to silent movie. But then we just get a lot of the great opening shots of this movie, just of Onomichi itself as the opening credits roll. And once the credits are done rolling is whenever we get the kind of switch in this movie kind of gets flipped, because they're at this amazing, like, Japanese temple, just overlooking the water, and he kicks a can and scares her, and both of them kind of tumble down these stairs together. And whenever they get back up, no words at all are spoken together.
Okay, what is there a movie you guys thought of when this happened? Falling down like a Japanese temple, like stairs to a Japanese temple. Do you know what I'm talking about? I should know. Danny should know what I'm thinking about.
Danny should. What?
Animated movie.
Is it Kung Fu Panda?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Did you guys not think of that?
Is that the opening scene? Like the opening scene where he's trying to?
Yeah, he's like climbing up all the stairs and shit. He like falls.
That is not the same.
It's not the
same. The joke of that one is like he's fat. Like.
But like it's like the same thing, like Japanese temple dojo.
I think that's Chinese.
That movie. That's still kind of racist. If you just see a Japanese temple and you're like, oh, that's Kung Fu Panda.
See, but I relate everything to Kung Fu Panda in my life.
I mean, we can tell. I thought you were gonna say like Battle of Potemkin or something with the steps.
Okay.
No, that one's also
that's too highbrow.
Damn.
Actually,
you think Obayashi's on highbrow?
Not really here.
No, okay. No, this one definitely not. But I think what Blake was trying to before you said like the point is like it's not obvious that they've switched bodies at all.
No,
like I didn't know the first time that I was watching this.
Yeah, also great train shot.
Later.
Train shot.
There's so many.
That's where the color changes.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. Love a good train shot.
Because that's where the color changes in the next movie too, is on the train.
Do you think he's influenced by Ozu at all?
Ozu, definitely. We talked about that in House.
I guess he has literally Ozu in Labyrinth Cinema.
Yeah, he does.
So that would make sense.
No, but we talked about that in House. How he kind of like.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
He definitely had Ozu.
Also,
sorry, I saw Train. I thought of Ozu.
It's fair.
Yeah. Anyway, what were you?
Well, I was gonna say the color change in that one in The Girl Who Left at the Time might be my favorite shot in the movie.
It's so good.
With the mountains in the background, with the sunflowers.
Yes, sir.
That's a gorgeous shot.
No, it's amazing, dude.
And it's like, oh, we gotta get back in there.
I mean, this one's pretty good too, though.
No, this one is good. Oh, especially like we said,
it's kind of
like I was watching it the first time in Luke 2. I don't know if did you know they had switched bodies right here? Because it's just filmed.
I kind of assumed.
Damn.
Because I read the synopsis before.
Oh, okay. Oh, I knew they were going to switch bodies.
Yeah.
But I didn't. I wasn't thinking at this moment. I guess I should have put it together.
It's a color change, so I was like, oh, that would make sense.
I only figured it out like once she goes. It's gonna be
once he goes home. Yeah, I just called them by their names, even though they're in each other's bodies. So.
What's her name?
Kazumi. Because they have very similar names too.
Yeah. What if we switch bodies?
Kazumi. Huh?
What if it was like a body swap between all of us?
That would be insane, dude.
That'd be insane. I mean, it's a good. It's like it's like Face Off, where it's just a good concept. Like that's why there's been so many body swap movies and stuff.
This is one of the first two, I'm pretty sure. Like it has to be. 1980s.
No, because this story existed for a while.
Did it?
It had been made in TV shows. This was the first feature film. No, that's Girls Up Time. I'm thinking of.
Okay,
I'm pretty sure this is based off a story too.
No, it is. It's based off of a novel.
I don't know if it had been filmed or anything before, but
yeah.
I don't know. It's a good premise. Like, because you can go so many different ways with it. Like, cause I always remember the movie Freaky Friday.
Yes, sir.
That's where she switches with her mom, right?
The Lil Dicky song?
That made you look way worse, honestly. The fact
That was a joke. It was a joke.
I mean, you've been calling yourself a real music head. I didn't know it was like...
No, yeah, Lil Dicky, that's like real rap,
Some Lil Dicky, some Macklemore, probably.
Yeah, no. Half of Logic's good.
Some Logic.
Yeah, one half of Logic.
Some Weekend in there. Like...
No.
Get him in there. Like...
No, it's specifically only the one half of Logic I like.
No, I think something that article also pointed out to me that I had never really thought of before, at least with this movie, is it is a falling, like them falling down these steps is kind of like replicated in how the movie's shot, because it is shot very vertically. Like they're definitely like it's on like a cliffside, like just the movie in general is kind of set on this town on the cliff,
Well,
there's a lot of them going up and down.
Yes,
this is why I want to visit here sometimes.
That's why it's a gorgeous place just to film too.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, you get a lot of that verticality in the film.
Yeah, but we don't like I was about to say, we don't know technically that they have switched bodies yet. We just know the color has come into the film. Yeah. We don't figure out that they've switched bodies until Kazuo goes back to his house and he realizes he doesn't have his penis anymore. And then he looks at himself in the mirror and is like, what the fuck? Like,
this is also terrible awareness by him, because
this is my worst.
How do you not realize you're wearing a skirt while you're walking home?
You're thinking too much of it.
Yeah, I don't...
Like, what? Like, you don't see your fucking legs while you're walking, even a little bit?
If I woke up...
he just fell down the stairs,
dude,
man.
if I woke up with no penis, that's, like, out of my worst nightmare.
It'd be insane, dude.
Like, that's, like, some shit out of, like, a horror movie. And this movie, I guess, too.
Well, it's more like, would it take you that long to realize, though? It takes this guy forever.
I mean, it's, like, so out of the realm of possibilities, I could believe that he didn't realize it first.
Exactly.
Like hoping it's just a dream or something.
That's so unfathomable to lose your penis. Like, there's no way.
Yeah,
I can always trust that it's there.
Alright, let's keep
let's keep the podcast going.
No, so once he obviously realizes that he doesn't have a penis anymore, he kind of freaks out and then runs away. And he runs and looks for Kazumi, we see her at her parents' house, and she's just crying at the feet of her mom. Which there's a lot of crying in this movie from her, obviously.
I mean, okay, but before before Kazuo leaves her house, actually his house, yeah, in her body. There's a poster that the camera hangs on.
I don't know if I recognize the poster.
At her house. It's a John Wayne poster.
Really? I don't think I saw this poster. Do you have a screenshot?
Oh, it is. I see it. Yeah. No.
I don't think I recognize this.
See, I didn't realize that was Stagecoach. Yeah. Actually.
See?
Oh, shit.
The Japanese poster for Stagecoach.
I guess it makes sense because there's a Stagecoach line like in it.
The one
could be Wagon Master.
Luke's like it's on a top 10 Ford for him.
I mean, he has a lot of great movies. Is it even top 10 Ford for you?
I haven't seen that.
Damn, he's roasting me.
That's crazy if you haven't seen it, honestly.
It's like the Westerns.
At least I've seen it twice.
At
least I've seen it twice. You're like, it's so like worthless that I don't even need to watch it.
Damn, I didn't say that.
Let me watch every other Ford movie that ever exists.
Well, it's hardest for me to get up for the Westerns for Ford, I can't lie.
That's crazy.
No.
Once you watch a Steamboat Run the Bend, you're just like, damn, this guy made Steamboat Run the Bend.
No.
Insane.
I get up for Westerns, honestly.
Why Stagecoach? I mean, think about this movie. Why is he referencing Stagecoach here?
It's a good movie. Why not?
I'm trying to think. Is there any way to? I haven't seen Stagecoach, but is there any way?
It's been a while. Memories, nostalgia. It's been a while.
John Ford.
It's like How to Use My Valley, maybe, but like that's even then.
It's like John Ford.
Imagine Ford doing a body swap movie, dude.
It'd be the most racist movie of all. Or the most
racist?
If he's not fucking Howard Hawks, get the fuck out of here.
Late period Ford.
Howard Hawks kind of.
It'd be kind of. Okay, maybe not. Misogynistic is what I meant. I don't know why I said racist.
He made Seven Women.
I haven't seen it.
Of course you haven't. Another one that's not a top 10 Ford according to you.
Howard Hawks kind of did a body swap movie too. He did a When I Was a Male War Bride, which is kind of body swapping. Not really, but
kind of, yeah.
It's playing on the social norms around gender. So
he does that a lot.
Well, yes, he does.
Who did Gentlemen Prefer Blondes?
Howard Hawks.
Isn't that one more like that? Where they He's like playing a woman too, right?
No, that's
you're thinking of Some Like It Hot.
Something Like It
Hot.
Yeah. Both Marilyn Monroe movies. I get why you're mixing that up.
Also, I don't though.
Although Gender Blondes, it has a lot of like queer subtext.
Yeah, between the two girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the ending shot is literally them. It's like at first it's them getting married to each other, and then the grooms come in because they're getting married at the same time.
Yeah.
So you can realize like, oh, they're getting married to each other. She also he's like huge on she hates men in that movie. Like she thinks diamonds are like more important than men. She's like proud of she's like open about it.
Kind of fair too.
Like I care about diamonds more. Anyway, continue.
Yes. Anyway, along with the movie, we're kind of just getting into these scenes of them kind of just wandering around and wondering what to do, because after they meet each other at her house, they obviously go and just kind of like walk around trying to figure out if there's even anything they can do about this or what they're going to do about this. And the conclusion they ultimately come up to is just that they're going to have to play as each other for now, because they have absolutely no idea how this even happened. But like I said before, these scenes are just, I feel like they're more so just here for you to like just take in the town as they're walking around. So, but yeah, the scene kind of ends with Kazuo walking back to Kazumi's house and obviously having to play as her, because now we have the scenes of them with each other's families. We have kind of like the dueling dinner scenes, you could say, where first we see Kazuo trying to act like a girl but not really succeeding with his family or with his new family, because they kind of like just look at him immediately because he's eating very sloppily, like just piling shit in his mouth. But
that's why I said where like you can tell he's clearly like being himself more.
Yes, he is.
In her, which is also kind of interesting just to think about.
Like he doesn't really know how to act like anyone else.
Yeah, he's not even trying.
Yeah,
the thing, like he's not even trying to act like a girl, at least in these opening scenes. And this was the moment where this is one of the moments where like it's like an interesting like there's that scene where he's eating really fast. I'm like, oh yeah, he's eating fast like a guy. And then one of her brothers is like, hey, why do you eat like a girl? Or his mom.
She's like, can't you be more ladylike?
Well, she says that multiple times.
Yes, it's but that's funny though.
But I'm like that's why you show the image though of him eating fast. So then you're like, oh yeah, he's supposed to eat like a girl, he's not. And then the character comes in and is like, hey, why aren't you eating like a girl? Like making the point. And the mom is basically that's why the mom is here in this movie.
And Netflix executive saw that and was like, I understand my purpose now.
It's not Netflix bad. I'll give it that.
No. That's right.
Netflix,
yeah, sorry.
It's in the conversation.
I wasn't. It's neck and neck.
But I mean, we obviously see in her scene with his family, it's obviously very different. Like she is obviously very quiet. And I think she immediately gets the news of this opening scene. Like it happens very early in the movie where she gets the news that they're moving, because it's literally right here where the dad. Which I love this dad. Like this guy I love him. I don't know, his face just like it makes me smile because he's just like drinking beer and he just has this like satisfied look on his face. He's like, we're finally moving. I got promoted. He's all shirtless and everything. I don't know. I kind of like this family chemistry they got going on, because you can easily tell. At least for me, you can easily feel how Kazuo would fit in here with his family. Mm-hmm. Like it definitely feels like it. Like obviously, like it's his family, but you can easily see what he would be acting like, because he'd be acting exactly like he's acting at her house right now, but just with his family, it would kind of fit more. But she obviously is not really able to say anything at this point. She's just kind of in shock that she gets the news that they're
she's
gonna
like
leave.
Just really quiet, like doesn't even
which
talk.
Is fair though.
No, that's why I was wondering though. Like I would have thought maybe she would be the one, because she's so calm at the beginning, you know, where she's like the outgoing one. So I thought maybe she would, if why does her personality switch so much in his body? You know?
That's fair.
That to me, that's one of the biggest questions.
I mean, that's kind of the body dysphoria, though. I would say.
No, I could see that. But like, because he doesn't have that same reaction, you know. That's why I said he just acts like the exact same.
Yes.
You know. No, there's definitely different reasons you could have with that. I just haven't. To me, that was like a question of the movie.
That's fair. But yeah, after we get these scenes, we get the scenes of them kind of going to bed. And another thing I will say about this movie is it does look amazing. Like her bedroom, or Kazumi's bedroom, just all this pink that she has in her bedroom is so just.
He's very good with colors.
He is.
It's a
staple of his filmography.
No, definitely. Like. Also, black, like the way he mixes the two, but his colors definitely pop out.
They do. Like, this is just
especially in his
warm
later
pink.
movies.
It's just such a warm pink in this.
I don't want to be the guy that does, like, every time we talk about his early movies, I just, like, always bring up his later movies.
I mean, hey, his later movies are amazing.
But you kind of have to talk about them, I guess. They're so important. Yeah.
They are. But yeah, obviously the next morning comes and they are still both in each other's bodies. It's kind of funny because you do see, like, I think Kazuo's, like, literally on the floor, like, it's sleeping, like, I don't know. It's just kind of a little funny, like, funny seeing him like that. But the big thing that happens, I guess, in this is Kazumi comes to his window and basically delivers her bag back to him because they have to play each other now, obviously. And she's kind of just, like, scolding him for being a dirty boy in her body, basically. I don't know. It's funny moments like that. But this is the first moment in the movie where she also, because she's telling him in the scene, the good news, I guess, about his family, that they're moving because his dad got promoted, but it's terrible news for her. And she says, this is the first of many times in this movie that she says, I want to die, basically. Because it does happen very early on in this movie, because it does have this, obviously, like I said earlier, this nature to this movie. Like, it does have this almost suicidal look at just youth in crisis. And a lot of Japanese directors, I feel like, tackle that too. Like, I feel like Oshima's done that with
the
Double Suicide, right? Doesn't he actually have a movie called Double Suicide? I haven't seen it.
It's like isn't it like a more complicated title?
I can't remember.
Or is that another director?
This was a thing in Japan.
What?
Like
Double
couples doing
Suicide?
this.
Yeah. No, yeah, I do. Because I think that's why it's so popular.
Well, Shinoda has a movie called Double Suicide.
Okay,
no, but yeah, no. Oshima, why I said longer title is he has a movie called Japanese Summer Double Suicide.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought they had one about this kind of like double suicide too. Because that is a thing that happens later on in this movie, is someone calls the cops on
Damn,
them.
okay, wait, actually, I'm reading the synopsis now, and I need to watch this, the Oshima one.
I've been eyeing
a sex-obsessed woman, a
Criterion.
suicidal man she meets on the street, and a gun-crazy wannabe gangster become trapped in an underground hideaway.
Okay.
I'm interested.
No, I've been eyeing it on Criterion recently, so because I've been watching a lot of Oshima lately too. But
damn.
But now we just get more scenes of them kind of at school. Like, we do get the scene of Kazuo walking to school, obviously in her body still, and some dude lifts up his skirt, and he goes and beats him up. Which this is another part in the movie where the teacher says something about, like, to both of them, because, like, he starts beating this dude up for lifting his skirt, and then he says something to Kazumi, who is also there, and she starts fighting him as well, and so they're both just, like, basically trying to, like, kill this guy. And the teacher comes up and goes, like, you can't be like this is unladylike or whatever. And she's like, Kazuo, you should know better. But yeah, then they just get talked to by the teacher, obviously, where I think she's saying stuff in the scenes about just, like, pointing out their acting different, basically. The classic body swapping stuff. But we do get scenes of them in class now with, I mean, this is another, I guess, kind of like classic body swapping thing, where one of them used to be terrible at class, because Kazuo obviously used to be terrible at class, but now he's amazing because he's got Kazumi in his body. And he's answering everything correctly and speaking beautifully on all these like readings that they're having to do, even in English and stuff like that. And his teachers are really impressed, and then she's like failing at everything. Whenever her reputation is she's a great transfer student, or she's supposed to be really smart. So I do love one moment. I think it's after he fails the math question. It makes her really mad, and so she runs out and onto the roof, and we get some great rooftop shots of them just, like, up there. Because this is one of the first moments in the movie where you're like, is she gonna, like, maybe jump off the roof? At least that's what I was thinking of, because she already said something, like, earlier today in the movie's, like, timeline of, like, I really want to die, and then she just runs up to the roof and looks over the edge and, like, just looks out. But
the shots remind me of, like, the Antonioni movie. The first one.
La Ventura?
Yeah.
Like, I haven't seen it.
Is it La Ventura?
Which shots exactly are you talking about?
There's... it might not be... I forgot which one, where they're both on a roof, and, like, the girl's, like, comforting the guy.
That does play kind of with this scene, I would say.
It's like... I'm trying to remember which one it is. I think it's almost similar framing, like the way... I think there's a chair, though, that's the only difference. He's, like, sitting in a chair. If I remember.
That's the ending of La Ventura, and they're on a hill.
Is it a hill?
They're not on a roof. Because when it... Or no, the light bulb is lit, please, when it ends on the light bulb. But no, I think that's the ending of La Ventura. They're on like a bench in the city, I think, or like in a town.
It's got to be a second floor or something.
I think it's not. It's outside.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, either way.
I haven't seen it in a while though. Yeah.
Yeah, either way. I know that this scene ends with Kazuo accidentally punching a teacher in the face, which is really funny. But whenever she's trying to stop them, because they're kind of like fighting up on the rooftop about what's happening. But after this little fight, we do get one of my personal favorite shots of this movie. It's just them sitting on this rock overlooking the harbor. Because they're like at this... It's kind of like a gravesite almost, you would say. I don't know. But they're just like sitting on these rocks, just overlooking the harbor, kind of talking about... just kind of what's happening, because I think Kazumi's telling Kazuo that she needs to act more feminine, or that he needs to act more feminine in her body, because she doesn't like the way that he's acting.
Is that a roof?
I don't know if it's a roof.
Yeah, because that's what I was saying. Like, I felt like it's not really a roof.
But the way her hands on his back.
It looks like
back.
It looks like a bridge.
I think it's the mountain in the background.
It looks like a bridge.
Yeah, but that's the ending of
Maybe.
La Ventura.
Yeah,
Definitely.
like in the mountain in the background. See, like the way.
Oh, it does look almost the exact same, honestly.
Except for that huge wall in between. There's like also a mountain in the
It's
background.
Antonio, and he has to have a wall somewhere.
Yeah, that's true.
But in this scene of them kind of just talking about... I think there's a moment in this where Cosme's like touching her body again and saying something about like how she wants to see her body, because she does say that a few times in this movie too. But it's during this scene of them overlooking the harbor where Kazuo almost gets raped because we just had this one like random greaser come up and just like come onto him and her body and he basically just knees him in the balls and pushes him down the cliff. Or pushes him down the stairs, and he falls on the rocks or whatever. He's obviously fine, but they end up running. But we do get more scenes after this of just Kazuo. I think Kazuo's telling Kazumi's mom, which he's just telling her because she sees like her face is still all beat up and stuff like that, and so she's asking Kazumi, who she obviously doesn't know is Kazuo, like what happened. And she basically says, Kazuo saved me from this random greaser guy or whatever. And I think it's in the scene, we're just getting more of just like the family life between at least him and this mom that he's having to live with, because he's kind of asking her about this grandma that died, and he finds out that he actually isn't the one that killed him. Like, he keeps on getting told she was already dead whenever he was spraying the pesticide on her, but it's whatever. For some reason, there's a memorial service in this scene. I don't remember who it's exactly for. I think it's for the grandma that died.
That died like what, years ago?
I have no idea. I like memorial scenes though, you know. But the whole reason this memorial scene's here is just so the family's out of the house, so that they can kind of like talk alone again. Yeah. But because I think they're discussing their upcoming school trip, which is to the beach. Because right after they're done talking in this house, because they're talking about like having to buy new swimsuits and stuff like that. There's a scene of Kazuo shopping with Kazumi's mom, getting new swimsuits for her. And then just like kind of quickly, like we quickly get a scene of them just eating dinner or breakfast or whatever, and her acting really weird again, where her mother should know that this is probably not her daughter, but hey, you know, parents can be stupid and they obviously don't believe in stuff like this.
I mean, if I'm a parent, like I'm not gonna be like
you're not my child, exactly.
Yeah, it's,
like,
it's not the conclusion.
It's not realistic at all.
Yeah.
It does cut quickly though to them just being on this bus ride going to the beach, and we have some moments in this bus ride that I really like, because the teacher's just kind of like sitting here telling Kazuo, who is Kazumi.
He has some other bus scenes, right? House has one.
House, they come in a bus for sure, I think.
Yeah.
Does he have other bus scenes though?
I feel like he does at some point.
I know he has a lot of train scenes, which trains are just faster buses, kind of.
Does Casting Blossoms of the Sky have a bus scene?
Yes. I think it has a bus in it.
That was a complete guess. It seems like a movie that would have a bus in it.
I think it does, because I think the bus transports them to the town that she's going to, or whatever.
Okay, yeah.
If I remember right. It's been a sec, though.
You could be completely wrong.
I mean, we'll find out later this series. No, but we do have this teacher kind of just telling Kazuo, who is Kazumi at this moment, like, hey, look at your hometown, see how beautiful it is, like, look at the water, because you're about to leave, and you're not going to be able to see this view anymore. And it almost causes, like, a mini breakdown for her, but we do finally get to the beach, and this is just another moment where Kazuo is being kind of stupid, because he puts on the bottom half of his swim trunk, or of the female swimsuit, but he completely forgets the top half, and he comes down like an idiot and just like goes like, "Ooh," and causes her to freak out. But this is more of just like things you can read into, because if you're like if you're just I guess like at least what Obayashi is saying, if you're a man in Japan that acts like Kazuo's acting, other boys are gonna pick on you because of that. Because we get this scene of him, or of her, in his body, obviously, getting taken by these 3 other boys and tossed into the ocean, because he's just acting like... He's acting weird to them, basically. And we find out at this moment, obviously, she doesn't know how to swim, so Kazuo has to come out and rescue her, and then she kind of just like gets onto the boys that did this to her, or whatever. But the movie moves fairly rapidly through this moment as well, because it's now kind of like time. They're just in their dormitory for the night. It's communal bath time. Then it's communal like dinner time, and then it's just all of them finding sleeping arrangements alone. These are just more moments of just like Obayashi, I feel like, just showing like the differences maybe between like how a boy would feel being in a girl's locker room and how a girl would feel being in a boy's locker room. I don't know, because Kazuo kind of looks like he's having a very good time in the girls' dormitory, but we do get some more great shots the next morning of them just walking on this pier talking again, which I feel like I've said this a lot this movie, but just these moments of them walking with these great shots of this town is amazing to me. Like, this pier that they're on is beautiful. But she warns him in this moment. She's basically warning him that she's about to have her period, or her body's about to have her period, and you have to basically look out for that. Because he knows what it is, I guess. Like, he says he knows what it is, but she's like, you can't let anyone know that you're having it. Like, this is like, it's a big deal for her. But the immediate next cut after that scene is a shot of her sitting in the classroom looking back at his desk, and he's not there because he's at home because he can't handle the pain.
Yeah.
It's really funny whenever it cuts back to her house too, because he's just sitting there and he's like, oh my god, I'm dying, basically. Because his mom, the mom is just over there like, I can't believe you took today off because you have your period. But it is
that shit is crazy though.
What?
It's like they had to deal with that.
Yeah, it really is, dude. The human body is insane.
Gosh.
We're lucky to be men.
Yeah, we're so lucky. Gosh, women have it so rough. I'm 6'3", by the way.
I'm 6'3", by the way.
This guy.
We both are.
There's no women listening to this. Are you talking to me right now?
What?
There's no women listening
Yeah,
to
that's
this.
sexist of you, Danny.
Whoa, wait. You're saying women are intelligent? And
When did I say that? That's why they're not listening.
That's
okay,
fair. That's fair.
yeah.
I like that. He's
Mine,
only five.
mine wasn't performative like yours.
He's only 5'8" though, so. This scene does kind of have one of the more rough moments of this movie.
Wait, you say 5? I'm taller than 5'8". Get the fuck out of
You're
here.
5'8"? Wait, you said going 5'8"?
Dude, you're 5'8".
No, I'm not. I'm 5'10".
In what world?
I am.
Damn.
I'm definitely
Tape measure.
He is 5'10". I think he is 5'10".
Yeah.
Maybe.
Honestly, I was thinking 5'11".
I mean,
actually.
in the NBA, if you measure with shoes, I'm 6 feet.
There is no fucking.
Yeah, and I'm 6'5". You measure with shoes.
I mean, yeah.
I'm not going around saying I'm 6'5".
Depending on the shoes you wear, I mean.
Yeah,
Apparently in baseball, they just had this thing where, like, because in the MLB, like, when you reported your height, they didn't officially measure. I guess you could report anything.
Yeah.
But this new year, they have this new ABS technology or something where players can, like, challenge right away.
Yeah.
But they have to measure your height officially for it to work or something.
Yeah.
So all the players got measured. And there was, like, this article where it said, like, if you add up the whole league, like, the league lost, like, over 22 feet. Like, there were, like, some guys that were, like, they were listed, like, 6'2", they were coming in at 5'10",
Damn.
Like the article would mention like multiple guys like those.
Holy shit.
Were they pitchers though, or were they like outfield? Because that's
I don't know.
if
I don't
it's
know.
like
I just heard a podcast where they're talking about this. I was
that's
like,
a pitcher
damn.
coming in at 5'10". That's kind of crazy. But
No, it was like all of baseball.
Nestor
pretty much.
Cortez is like 5'10", right?
that's true. He is pretty short for a pitcher.
Are pitchers usually taller?
Usually,
yeah.
Makes sense.
Because you need more like power. Anyway.
Yeah, anyway, this scene does also have one of the more rough moments in this movie because it's like this. It's another scene of the boys kind of just like ganging up on Kazumi, who's in Kazuo's body, because of the way he acted, I guess, or the way she acted on the school trip. They are going to see if he's actually a man, and so they go and take off his pants and shit like that. Because the next day we kind of get like this like repetition scene, but just like the other way because Kazuo is now back at school and Kazumi's gone. We figure out that she's been gone for like 3 days straight or whatever, and so after school, Kazuo, the basically the fat bully, that's what I call him at least, like this fat guy, tells Kazuo what they did to Kazumi, and he basically freaks out on this guy in her body and basically just like starts punching him, slapping him, pushes him up against a pole and pantses him, and then like starts kicking him in the ass.
It's a crazy scene.
It's fucking funny though, honestly. Like this kid deserves it. Like,
It's like child bullying's funny.
I mean, this
Yeah.
kid deserves it because he's just getting what he deserves. You know,
Damn.
everyone thinks of Kazuo as a hero after.
But it's
this.
like, I'll beat him up
Kazuki is a
myself.
After she beats up this bully and kind of scolds him though, and the rest of the class like applauds her for it, she goes and visits Kazumi at his house, I guess you could say.
Fireworks shots.
These fire. Oh yeah, I guess
Little casting blossom to the sky, foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing, man. These are the first fireworks shots that we're doing for sure. And this is actually one of my favorite shots in the movie because whenever I can't remember what I posted this screenshot on my Twitter at one point of the female actress doing the like movie box, looking at the fireworks through the window because that's one of my favorite shots in the movie.
I remember that.
It's a great shot, but yeah, the fireworks scenes are obviously amazing. Because there's a shot of obviously Kazuo watching, yeah, that one right there, I think.
Yeah.
But then there's also a shot of Kazumi watching, and she's writing a letter that we don't really know what this letter is yet because she's writing this letter to another classmate in the class that will be coming back later on in the movie, I guess. But I guess after this, the next big thing after this fireworks scene is Kazumi's mom telling Kazuo, like, hey, I'm inviting this kid, Hiroshi, to your birthday. And he's like, oh, whose birthday is it? It's like, it's yours, dumbass. No, it's basically the mom's response. But it's basically she's trying to set Kazumi up with this guy on a date, basically. And then she also tells him in this moment to stop hanging around with Kazuo. So. But it cuts back to after this scene. It cuts to Kazuo because I think his mom Kazumi's mom thinks that she or he, I guess, whenever he's leaving, is going to go find Hiroshi for the birthday party. But in reality, he goes to his classmate's house, which this is the classmate, I guess, that Kazumi wrote the note to. I think her name's Akechi. But she's basically the only one that figures out what actually is happening between them later on in the movie. And one of the reasons why, I guess, is you can say, like, in this scene, whenever he goes over to visit her, he fixes, like, one of the kids' toys or whatever. And that's something that I guess only Kazuo would be able to do before. But he's basically just telling her in this scene, like, don't worry about them two. They're going to be fine. They just have some things to work through together, which is also, I feel like that's a common thing that a lot of people going through like body dysphoria will say, like, we just have to work through this by ourselves, you know, like, I don't know. But after this, it kind of moves rapidly to Kazuo meeting Kazumi, telling her, like, hey, your mom's setting me up with this guy. What do I need to act like? Like, what is this guy to you, basically? Like, is he your crush? Is he your boyfriend? Like, how do you want me to act? Because he doesn't know how. And this is when I at least noted in my notes that I do really appreciate the wardrobe choices in this movie, because very much so like the interior rooms. I feel like in this movie, it's just like the clothes he chooses for them are very warm, because in this scene, I think she's wearing a white shirt, blue dress, and he's wearing a pink shirt, blue overalls.
Yeah.
Or like, I guess I said that wrong, but like the female actress is wearing the blue dress and white shirt, and he's wearing the pink shirt and blue overalls, and it just looks really, really nice. But there's just another, like, just more great shots of them just kind of like walking and having a heart to heart after them talking about this. But after they kind of just like walking home, it cuts quickly to a scene of them on a train where she's kind of getting him ready for their date, because we're about to go to the date scene, or this, like, it's kind of a date scene but also kind of not, because it kind of quickly devolves into her getting mad at how he's acting in her body and kind of like embarrassing her, and she runs away. But it is in this scene, this like date scene, where Akechi, the female classmate that they have, does figure out that, or she gets confirmation from both of them, like, hey, yeah, we did switch bodies, and she actually believes them, which is the big thing for them, I guess you could say. Like, someone actually believes that they're not in their correct bodies, which that's another thing I feel like trans people just have to deal with, like, people just not believing them in general.
I mean,
so
kind of on that point, especially with the scene, I think to me this is almost, it's a perspective that the movie doesn't take outside of the scene, but her perspective in the movie of this other character, like, actually believing them,
yes,
that could be really interesting. Just like from that perspective of, like, if this was a trans reading, you could be like someone else that actually, you know, takes you serious, you know, actually believes you as well.
yes, they're on your side,
but also,
basically.
but for the another thing, like, she's not in the movie the rest of the time, basically. Like,
very, I mean, she's very, very,
especially plot
rarely
wise,
in
like,
this
it's
movie.
not. She's just kind of a watcher, I think, for the next scene. When, like,
She's a watcher most of this movie, I would say. Like,
no,
this
but then
girl.
her, like that's why I said her perspective would be interesting to me, because
it would be.
she calls it like a sci-fi novel.
Yeah,
I'm like, just honestly, this movie written like from her perspective, just like watching two characters like that had body switched, and then trying to write about your experience of watching that happen, like, from a third party, that'd be kind of interesting to me.
you should do that.
No, but yeah, this one is it's not that movie, obviously. But when she says
No,
that, I was
it's
like,
not.
that made me think of that. It's like, damn, her perspective could be interesting. Like, a character that actually
If it
knows
was
what's
in
going
here
on,
more,
you know. But
Yeah, as it stands, though, it is just a
Yeah.
nice moment, I guess, for
Yeah,
them to have
yeah.
someone that actually believes them. But,
yeah.
but yeah, after basically Kazuo blows it with this guy, at least in his mind, this is what he's thinking. We have a scene of him just sitting in the classroom again, and she's not there again in his body, and we figure out that she's been gone for a week, and.
I mean, that's another thing. Like, they're just missing school, and they don't.
all the
like,
time.
parents don't give a fuck. Like, the
Yeah.
teachers really don't care. They just come and go as they please.
Which I will say.
I think they say weeks in this scene.
No, in this scene,
Is it
he's
a
been
week?
gone for a week, yeah.
A
Like,
week?
one
Oh,
whole
okay.
week.
Yeah.
I will say Obayashi has remade this movie. I didn't mention that before, but he did remake this movie. I can't remember what it's called, but it's from 2007.
Yeah.
And I guess, at least in the article that we read, the guy who wrote it said the main difference in these movies is this one has more heart, he says, which I agree, this movie has a shit ton of heart, but the parents' perspective is a much bigger issue in the later movie that whenever I think it's called Switching Goodbye.
Yeah, I'm
Now
looking
that I
at it.
remember.
2007.
Yeah.
The poster looks cool.
No, it does. But I guess the parents' perspective is more of a thing in that one, where you get more of their character as well. Because that would be another interesting part of this movie, like, just the parents' perspective on their child changes, because that's also a big part of just, like, the trans experience, too, obviously, is what the parents think.
Yeah.
And how many people actually just lose their family because of who they are, basically. But
Yeah.
but obviously after Kazuo figures, like, she's been gone for a week or whatever, he goes and looks for her, and they have another just kind of like
how is he
long talk.
figuring out that she's been gone for a week? Like, where's he been this last week?
He's been at school, you know. He knows.
How
he
does he
knows.
not realize that she's been gone? Like, that can only mean he's been also missing for a week, but doing his own thing. Like,
Maybe.
they just haven't talked.
Hey, maybe,
Like,
you
what,
know.
like, what's going on? Like, how...
They have a lot going on, Danny.
But we don't see that. Every time we see them, it's just like that. The only thing that's going on is them two.
It's true. This is a sweet scene though, like between them two.
I'm
Whenever
just
he
thinking
goes.
about that too. It's like, wait, why would he not know that she's been gone for weeks though? Or a
Maybe
week
he's just
now?
giving her like space. You know?
They go to the same fucking school. Like he should know this.
Maybe he's just giving her space. You know.
And he's like shocked to learn it too. Like they're in the same class together.
You're thinking too much into this. No, it is a sweet scene whenever he goes to her though, because he brings her one of like her favorite foods that her mom cooks.
Yeah.
And she starts eating it. And this is like, honestly, this is a really interesting scene just in general because she's kind of coming to the terms, or she's trying to come to terms with the fact that they might be stuck in these bodies for a while. Because she asks in this scene, she's like, "Can I see my body one last time naked?" Basically, it's kind of like a very like sweet moment. She said,
like wanting to see yourself in through someone else's eyes.
Yeah, basically, and like remembering that, like basically just like the
Yeah.
act of remembering it, like how you remember it.
Yeah,
because I do love, like, she says something at this moment. She goes like, "I'll probably get used to my life as Kazuo Saito," and that's that. So be it. Like she's trying to come to terms with this fact, and that's also another thing you can easily say about just like a trans person. It's like, I'll get used to this, to my life, to like living like this, or even just like a gay person. Like Bray literally said this before. Like, before he got divorced, before he, like, came out as being gay. He said...
Wait, okay,
you have to, like, give context. Yeah.
Sorry. My brother was married at a younger age. He wanted to be the good Christian boy that he was raised, and so he tried. But he said he told me personally, after his divorce, he was like, I was just, like, afraid to not be who my family wanted me to be. And that's kind of what this line at least reads to me, is like, I'll get used to my life. Like, it's kind of like resigning yourself to this fact that you can't change it. When in reality you can, obviously.
Just casually dropping lore on us. Like.
The lore.
I mean, we already knew that.
I mean, but like, you know, on everyone.
No, that was, yeah, because you just brought that. I was like, everyone knew all this already.
I don't even think they know who Brady is.
Yeah.
We mentioned him.
We gotta get Brady on the
pod. We should.
I've talked to him about it before. He said if we did Kung Fu Panda and Shrek 2,
okay, all right, that's actually a good episode.
He said he might come.
Or Pokemon. I said for the we should do a Pokemon episode
too.
With Kung Fu Panda.
Maybe, I mean, it should be Pokemon specific. Cause
no, he wants to do the Kung Fu Panda Shrek 2 one because he wants to hear why you think Kung Fu Panda is better. More so, I think.
I haven't watched Shrek 2 since I was a child.
Although he loves Kung Fu Panda.
I haven't watched Shrek 2 since I was a child, so it's like, it's more just me talking shit. But I'll probably like Kung Fu Panda better because it's just hard to be better than Kung Fu Panda.
I mean, just to go back to how that relates to this movie, especially Obayashi's themes, why Luke likes it so much is basically nostalgia. It's like the way we look back on childhood, you know, it has a certain kind of a... That's why he also always returns to Onomichi too, because that's where he was raised.
It's true.
So it just like has like you said, it can't change for you almost in a way. Like Kung Fu Panda has to be better, you know. It's nothing objective about like...
What is objective? It is objective.
No. It's not subjective. Yeah.
It's pure subjective.
It's objectively like a masterpiece.
I mean, that could be
objectively
true.
The fat panda.
True, but the reason why you're saying,
the fat panda's funny.
No, but the reason why you're saying you can't see Shrek 2 beating it is because of this personal memory attached to it.
Yeah, I was just talking shit, but yeah, no, you're right. But Fat Panda is funny.
But it's funny. We'll go back to the scene. So you're saying from her perspective, she basically resigned herself.
I think she's trying.
She has to live in his body.
Yeah,
in a body she doesn't want to live in.
Basically. Yes.
But what about his perspective? Do you think he's just okay with it?
No, I think he's.
I
think she's voicing it for both of them, kind of, to this moment.
I don't know, but he seems more fine with it. You know, like she's the one who's like, I need to see my body.
I think that's just how he's playing.
But he's also losing his body.
Yeah, I think that's how he's playing.
Concerned about it. You know?
I think that's just how he's playing it, though. Like he's kind of trying to act like a man. You would say, like he's trying to act like he doesn't. Like
he might just enjoy it more too. You know, you can also read it that way.
He might. I don't know. He's really happy to get his penis back then. So. No, but after she has this scene of saying goodbye to her body, which is it's
also framed. There's a camera right behind him in the middle of them.
Yes. Well, the big thing about him is he wants to be a movie director. Like Kazuo
I wish there was more of that.
Director.
We get that at the beginning and we get it at the end. I wish there was more of that, like during
in the actual movie.
Yeah. Him trying to film, you know, almost like that could have been really interesting. Like him filming his own body. Okay. You know. We don't even get any of that. I'm surprised.
Which I will say, Miss Lonely has like a camera's a very big part of.
That's actually crazy now I'm thinking about it. Why is there not like a body switch movie, but a director, like the one thing he wants to do is film himself?
Huh?
Like, you could have a body switch, like, you know how the guy in this wants to be a movie director.
Yeah.
Movie. But, like, imagine a movie director, but, like, the one thing he wants to film is himself. But he never gets to until the body switch happens. And now you could say, like, this is every director's dream is to film
Hong Sang-soo, get on it.
You could basically be Chaplin.
Hong Sang-soo, I have your next script.
To film yourself from someone else's perspective. Like, it's like...
That shit just seems like a Hong Sang-soo, like 75 minutes.
But see, he wouldn't do the magical parts, I don't feel like. I don't think he has any
It would be a quiet
kind of
magical. You know? It'd be like a magical...
This would be something like Jacques Demy would do, honestly.
Well, he's dead, so...
obviously.
Demy, maybe.
Unless we, like, sell ChatGPT.
It might be too much. I don't know if Demy can handle it. It'd have to be...
Damn.
No, I'm kidding.
Shit.
He always says he's kidding, but he's never kidding.
Maybe a Tony Scott or something.
Okay.
Not the first name I would have thought of. Okay.
I'm trying to get the heartwarming stuff out of it, you know.
Bresson.
Okay.
Nah, that wouldn't work, I think.
Fellini, maybe?
Yeah, that would work.
All his movies are trying to film himself anyway.
That would work, yeah.
He could definitely use that theme.
Yeah.
I mean, he is Marcello Mastroianni.
That's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of his movies are him trying to film himself anyway.
Yeah. No,
what are you talking about? He's filming himself. I'm just kidding.
What's that? Is it an Orson Welles quote? It's like, that's how he sees himself?
No, yeah. Someone was like critiquing the movie. Like, I think it was like, I forgot who he was talking to. They were critiquing the movie. And like, I think it might be Peter Bogdanovich. He's like, I didn't like 8.5 because he's like he thinks too highly of himself. Like I don't get why like he sees himself like Marcel Mastroianni's playing him. Like he's arrogant or whatever. And it's like Orson was like, that's the point.
That's the point.
That's how he sees himself.
Is Bogdanovich kind of cooking here? Or?
Continuing with the podcast.
Yes, continuing with the movie. After she says goodbye to her body, she kind of runs away. And now we're getting to the ending of this movie where it's almost, they're just kind of like running. They're running because they don't know what to do, you would say. Like, as she runs away, he follows, and there's just some great shots of them just like on this pier again as they're getting onto a ferry.
Sunset or sunset, sunrise?
Sunset, I think, I would say. Because it turns to night after this.
Yeah, sunset.
This boat, by the way, it's just like, it's so... The mood on this boat is it's striking compared to their mood. Because obviously, at least in my mind, especially her, she is heavily debating suicide right here, and he's also very depressed.
Definitely.
Just sitting next to her. But then we have just this office party, you would say, going on like right next to them. At least it kind of feels like an office party to me, just like this group of office workers that are just like partying on this boat. Because there's this guy trying to give them drinks and stuff like that. But eventually, after the ferry ride is over, with just some amazing shots of the harbor in general. But after the ferry ride is over, they get off and get shepherded in with this party into this like random inn, and it's at this inn where there's more of just striking emotional differences just between like what we're watching and how they're feeling, because they're at this party sitting and drinking with everyone and everyone's having a great time, and they're just like basically saying they're like dead to the world almost. It is really funny though, because one of the old guys comes and offers him a drink, or like Kazumi a drink, and she doesn't take it, and so Kazuo in her body takes it and downs it, and this dude just goes like, oh, fantastic, that's a Japanese woman there, and I'm just like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Which, hey, you could say that's something Katana would have in his movie, honestly. But just like...
I mean, I was thinking more like, this guy might be the most progressive guy here. Because like all the other women, like the teacher and the mom, have been like getting mad at her the way she's acting like a woman. And then you could say she's acting more like a man here.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, I like it.
Yeah. Like, oh, that's a real Japanese woman.
Exactly. But I love this scene of them going to sleep next to each other, and then also like I think this is one of the best shots in the movie, just like them laying next to each other with the lamp right in between. The lighting in this scene is amazing. Like just the like soft warm glow this lamp gives off, and it's like the only light in the entire scene is it's awesome to me. But it also has just a great quote, because whenever they're just like sitting there laying next to each other after they take down the wall that divides them or whatever, they're just looking at each other, and I can't remember which one says it, but someone says, it's the first time I've seen my face. I think that's her that says that. And then he looks at her and he's like, do I really look like that? Mm-hmm. Just another funny instance of just like them seeing each other, or seeing themselves basically. But after that, this is why I was kind of mentioning earlier. Like the next morning, Kazuo like wakes up. He walks downstairs to maybe get some breakfast, and he hears the innkeepers calling the cops and saying, "We have these 2 teenagers here. It looks like it might be a double suicide. You should probably like send someone just in case." And so they run away kind of quickly after hearing that and get on a boat back to their island or their city, Onomichi. And it's on this boat ride that this is the quote that I used in my first review of this, or my only review of this. It's Kazumi saying, "I want to die. I really want to die." And then Kazuo says, "Don't say stupid things. You are me and I'm you. If you really have to die, we'll die together." So, like, that's more of just, like, obviously this is a very suicidal kind of, like, feeling that we're getting at this moment, so... but it's also kind of just, like I don't know, there's a lot you can read into that, just, like, them thinking they are each other, obviously. And that's also kind of what the movie kind of ends with, is, like, goodbye me, you know? Like, I don't know, it's such a great ending, but... after they get back to the island, though, Kazumi says that she wants to see her mom one last time, and so they are on their way to see her, and they end up back at the temple that we were at the very beginning of the movie. And as they walk back up the steps, they're kind of just talking about their future again, and I think it's Kazuo that's just saying, I'll never go home again. There's nowhere for me to go." Or that might be Kazumi. I can't remember. One of them says that. I think it might be Kazumi now I'm thinking about it, because she's standing next to the stairs again. Kind of like looking down the stairs, at least to me, like she might just throw herself down the stairs. And you can easily say Kazuo thinks that too, because I think he went off to go pee. And whenever he like sees her looking down the stairs, he runs back towards her and he kicks the can again, which causes them to fall, and we get the whole sound effect again of just like them falling down. And whenever they obviously hit the bomb, they wake back up. He kind of freaks out because she's knocked out, and then he realizes like, oh my god, I'm in my body again. And then we just get these like funny scenes of them just like making sure all their parts are where they remember, and then him going pee.
I mean, that had to be a good feeling, though.
Oh,
100%. I'm gonna piss standing up.
Yeah.
So really.
That's for sure an advantage we have as guys.
It is.
I mean, yes, for the most part, until like the bathrooms are like designed for like, oh, guys can just pee next to each other, like we don't have to clean them, right?
Just the trough.
And you like see a woman's bathroom, like, damn, they got so much space in here. Like,
damn, they do kind of shout us on that. That's just
because like especially some of these stadium bathrooms where there's not even dividers, they're just like, oh, just throw them in there.
Well, it's not a divider. The worst thing is the trough.
The trough
is the worst.
Okay, we don't get like I think the Bud Walton Arena has one or something.
Yeah,
the trough.
The one that's not even a urinal, it's just like this basically like trough that you pee into.
Oh yeah,
it's bad.
Yeah.
No dividers or anything.
Nope.
So,
bro, just look straight ahead.
Yeah, but for the most part, it's a good thing. I feel like
smile and wave.
It's an advantage for the most part. You know, you shouldn't be waving if you're being next level.
I don't know why I said that.
Yeah,
it's kind of sad.
That's the worst thing you can do.
It's a quote. It's a quote.
That's literally the worst thing you can fucking do.
It's just a quote like that came up in my head. I just had to say it. I don't even know why.
Wait,
that's Madagascar.
Madagascar.
Yeah.
Damn, that's all you think about is animated movies. Like, you haven't watched a real movie in so long. It's like you're going back to your you're just going back to your childhood thoughts.
Dude.
I'm
going to watch some Marvel movies next? Or
honestly, little marathon.
Before Endgame? Oh no, not Endgame.
I mean, I have to decide my next series.
What's
soon.
the fucking new one?
I gotta think of my next series.
Too far.
Doomsday, right?
I don't fucking know.
What's the new one coming out? Doomsday.
Doomsday?
No, that's
like Doom 3.
They're calling because you know how
they're coming on the same
new
day.
Dune movie and Doomsday is supposed to come out on the same day.
Oh, dude, Dune is gonna
this year
slap.
This year.
It's gonna slap. It's gonna slap Doomsday.
Damn, see, that's why I need to do my MCU series.
Which one is gonna
Dune is gonna like bitch slap Doomsday in my opinion.
You think so?
I don't know. Think so. Yeah.
I think you're being too hopeful.
I think people are done with Marvel. I'm not gonna lie, man.
Until they fucking bring the whole cast back, like put them in your faces.
Oh, Tony Stark's back, but this time he's Doomsday. No,
exactly.
You know, like the Pavlovs.
You are underrating Marvel. Still with
maybe.
Like,
yeah. I mean,
I wish you were right, but
no,
I'm afraid it's gonna be the other way.
It's like the I forgot. Was it? Who mentioned like Melville was like Pavlov's dogs for cinephiles?
That was Revenge.
Yeah, Revenge. Because like
that's
took
like it back later.
That's like how MCU treated like Robert Downey Jr. to its fans. It's like let's jingle Robert Downey Jr.
I mean,
in front of them.
Okay, yeah.
And it's like they'll
100%.
come flocking.
100%. And they will. That's what Blake is saying. He's betting against that.
I am betting against that. Dune 3, I feel like is going to be just.
So you're saying opening weekend is going to make more money than if they stay on the same. I still think.
I mean, regardless of how they
if anyone moves, it's going to be Marvel because they're scared.
Regardless of how they perform,
I think they'd be scared.
And it's also because right now Dune has all the IMAX theaters. They have the IMAX exclusivity for that weekend. I think.
That's how you know. That's how you know which one's going to be better.
Regardless of how each of them perform, I pray for the theater workers.
And we did do a Barbenheimer episode. So are we doing a Doomsday episode?
Stop.
We have to spend money though.
Bro, I haven't seen a Marvel movie in 3 years. What?
It could be interesting. The only Marvel review for someone who hasn't kept up with any of the
series. We're gonna not know half the characters.
We're trying to review it purely on just the movie itself.
It's all the callbacks and shit. I have no idea what the fuck they're talking about.
Why they
we're saying this, but we've watched a lot of the Marvel movies.
Oh,
we're
yeah,
not
we
total
have.
Okay, but it's been so long.
It has been long.
And I stopped watching them after. Not even far from. Wait, which one's far from?
He actually did binge all the ones at one point. Do you remember that?
You always bring this up.
You didn't.
Yeah, but I haven't kept up with them at all since.
But that's more than a lot of fans. It was when you watched all of them.
That's probably why I'm done.
If they don't bring that one guy back from Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, I'm not going.
The face guy?
Yeah, the face guy.
Damn, yeah, you've seen that one. You've seen Eternals.
I haven't seen Eternals.
I haven't even seen Eternals.
You've seen one of the bad ones.
I think I saw Black Widow.
Oh,
crazy.
I think.
Damn,
this was a while ago, though. I was just watching it because I was like, I wonder what they're like now. And I was like, yeah, I see what.
No. I mean, we are at the end of this movie, though, because after...
We just went on a huge tangent right before
we did. Because after the peeing scene, we had the scene of them just, leaving each other at the stairs again. And the movie is in black and white again now. I think Luke brought that up earlier.
Yeah.
But the movie is in black and white, and we see Kazuo about to leave. And as he's looking... He is looking out his window one last time, and I do love that shot of just looking at the harbor one last time. And he walks downstairs, and he does see Kazumi there. And she's there to wish him goodbye, obviously. And then we have this amazing scene of him hanging out the side of the moving van, basically taking a video of her as she's running after him, and they're just yelling at each other, "Goodbye, meat." And it just ends with Obayashi actually using the footage from the actual camera that he was using, and then it ends and rolls to credits. So that is I Are You, You Are Me. Great movie, and whenever we come back from the break, we'll go on ahead and get into The Girl Who Leapt Through Time. We are back from the break to talk about The Girl Who Leapt Through Time. I don't remember what year this is, but it's shortly after I Are You, You Are Me. I'm pretty sure it's 1983.
It is.
Okay. But this is I personally love this movie. I do really like this movie. Maybe it's because I do honestly love anime. I mean, it's been a long ass time since I've watched anime, but I did watch anime before I watched movies. So it was kind of something that I don't know, it's something that I loved back whenever I was in high school and stuff like that. Like I said, I haven't watched it recently, but I did watch the actual anime, The Girl Who Leapt Through Time, before I saw this movie, before I even knew this movie existed. I've read the manga. It's been a long ass time since I've read the manga. I don't remember a lot about it, but whenever I watched this movie, I kind of just fell in love with I want to say, I know in my review I brought up Vertov, and I do feel like Obayashi does have a lot of Vertov in him.
Yeah.
Just the way, he's able to, or just what he decides to do with the camera, and, because the camera kind of feels alive, especially in this movie, it feels alive multiple moments to me, especially towards the end of it, as we'll get to. But I just love his also. He's not tied down to telling a linear, straightforward narrative. Like, this movie can definitely not make sense if you just watch it for the first time, because it's kind of like you're just jumping over all over the place.
But it's more linear than... It's not that hard to understand. Like, it's linear for most of the movie.
It's not that hard to understand, but it can still be confusing because it's jumping all over the place, kind of.
It's very dreamlike.
Very dreamlike.
Yeah. Bertov is interesting, though. Like, honestly, you should watch the Onomichi
no, I
short
do.
film.
I need to watch his shorts in general, because I think I've seen Emotion, and that's it.
Because I actually just tweeted a Bertov quote this week, because I just gone over notes and I'd seen it, the one where... I mentioned it on the Bertov and Godard series, where he said, 3/4 of the world is stupefied by the bourgeois film drama. And then I quoted it with the Godard quote where he had like 40 years later saying almost the same thing, where he's like 3/4. He's like, we should ban the American cinema because 3/4 of the world is basically goes by only what American cinema is. That one did really well on Twitter. Honestly, like, damn, people love Godard. But, I was trying to, because it's interesting you bring that up, because I think that is like for good and bad with this movie. Because it does, it's my same complaints with the last movie, but it feels too much at times like a film drama to me. Like, but it is combined with a lot of those techniques, like you're talking about when you mentioned Bertov. But Bertov would never have these narratives. You know, it's a narrative like about just especially about a single character like this. Like, that's where like Bertov would be like, you're almost like using these techniques for a sin. You know,
techniques for a sin. This guy,
in a way, like. It's not as crazy, especially towards the end. I could say maybe it gets a little crazier, but for the most part, it almost feels a lot like I Am You, You Are Me in terms of like.
No, yeah, just like kind of like a down to earth
happen.
kind of like.
Yeah.
Childhood drama.
But I like that one better because it's kind of more about the
societal restrictions.
Yes, about both. Yeah. This one, it's like it feels too much like. That's why I wasn't even going to mention the Bertov thing, but it just has like the kind of normal, cliche film drama moments with her, to me. But I will say there are some interesting visual moments. Bertov I thought of with the Onomichi one for sure, and maybe in certain ways how he films the backgrounds in this and stuff. But I thought of more of House, especially with the House when the clock comes alive and stuff like that.
No, he's definitely leaning more into like the artificial.
Once we actually get the experimental techniques,
this one's definitely leaning more into the artificial, like artifice. Compared to I Are You, You Are Me. I feel
like you mean by using all the techniques and stuff he uses. It does feel like it gets crazier towards the end. I don't know if it's just like it is confused me. Maybe it's just a first time watch what I'm trying to put together, and it just like doesn't make sense to me by the end.
Just think of it like Interstellar, and it makes sense a lot. That's what my second time watching it. That's why I was like, oh, it's kind of just basically Interstellar. Like this, like love is kind of the thing that transcends like time. Like that's almost what's making her able to like jump through time almost. And the search for truth, I guess. But
yeah,
interesting. I didn't think of Interstellar, but
and like it's like also like kind of like first love.
Definitely.
And kind of how it like almost like can't.
I guess
it doesn't last.
It doesn't last. Well, it's also got a lot to do about just like nostalgia and memories in general. Like we've said, like we've already kind of brought up with that's a Obayashi staple. But
okay, like so for Interstellar, I think it's love is seen as a good thing in that movie.
Yes.
You know, do you think love is a good thing in this movie? Because even from the very beginning of the movie, when I was taking my notes, I could already see the dualism he was playing in the movie, where like she's the central character, and then there's one idealist, like her ideal version, and then there's like the real guy.
Yeah.
You know, and I even have my notes, he's the idealist and he's the realist. Like even the way they're talking, like he's like, I'm the scientist guy, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And then like her like romantic hero comes in, you know. But then by the way the movie ends, is she over this guy? You know? Like, is it a good thing that she's not? Is she? If she's not, is it a good thing that she's not? You know, like, or should she have just? Because like even by the end, like it's like she's canceling dates, or she's
by the end she still doesn't know how to love. Basically,
yes, exactly. So it's like, is it a good thing? Like, it's like Interstellar is clearly a good thing. You know.
Yes.
Yeah. This one, I'm like, is it, or is it more like, it's an idealized first love she can't get over. You know, she's looking for that in.
Well, she doesn't even.
guy that she's
She doesn't
having
even
fun
like distinctly remember the first love though. At the end, like it's still just like this feeling that she used to have, and she
But it's
can't
still
really
feeling,
let
you
go.
know.
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
can say that's a memory in a way. Like,
Which I guess I never. I don't know if I brought that up with just like Obayashi in general, but just like his filmmaking style is definitely not like I kind of mentioned this earlier. Like he's not as focused on narrative in most of his movies, especially a linear type of narrative. I feel like he's definitely more of a. He wants you to feel his movie more than anything else. Like the emotions that he's trying to get through to you are what he's actually worried about, not really how it's all put together. Or like, and I really like that about him, obviously, but. And I mean, this one's obviously got a lot of heart in it too. So, because that's something that this '80s period in general, or all of his movies really are going to have, is like they all have a shit ton of heart in them.
Yeah.
is there anything specific you mean by heart though?
I personally just talking about the emotions I feel while watching. Like for me, it's like he kind of believes in the kind of way he's talking about. Like he believes in this type of love, which is almost why it's kind of like tragic that it has to be forgotten at the end, and she still can't get over it, even though she doesn't like really remember what she's trying to get over. You could say because he erased their memories, obviously.
Yeah.
So she shouldn't feel this like she shouldn't feel attached to anyone else. She should be fine going on dates with like Goro or whatever. But she still has this something holding her back, and she can't really remember what it is. So it's kind of like still kind of a tragic ending, you would say, but also kind of a realist ending because these first loves obviously are not as ideal as you think, and they usually don't last. So the fact that they don't end up together is great at the end, but they don't even remember each other. I don't know. That's what I mean with like the feelings I guess I get, but also he has passion that you can just feel in every one of his movies because like the scenes of just him going crazy at the end of this, where he's actually going like where she's actually leaping through time, like his decisions and how he's going to show you what she like how she's going through time is just something like that. Yeah. That's something that you just have to be passionate about, and you can tell that he's passionate about just like the camera in general and how it kind of works.
Yeah,
because the camera comes alive in that scene. I love that shit, dude. I don't know.
It is fun to watch.
Yeah. But it's also got the hometown documentary feel that IRU You Are Me has too. Like for the normal type, for the more like normal, like you were saying, narrative type of this movie, it still looks beautiful. Like how he's filming his hometown, obviously. So, like that's another thing. Like he's got a lot of passion for the place he's filming too. So.
I mean, Luke, you never said what you thought.
No, yeah, I do really like this movie. I definitely still need to revisit it. Because, like, yeah, it is a little bit, as you guys said, can be a little confusing on first watch. Kind of what he's going for. I also haven't seen any of the other adaptations of this. Because I know the anime version's, like, really popular.
It is, yeah.
So,
it's good, too. I liked it. Or I like it.
No, but yeah, like all the formal stuff is like really cool in this movie. You know, the switching of the colors, all of the framing. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, you guys mentioned all the ideas that I think are really interesting, like the love and time thing.
Or I guess like what this movie even starts with, just like this, like what do you do if the love that you have isn't even like real, or it's not based in reality?
Kind of like some like Marie and Julianne shit.
Okay, I kind of like that.
In a way. Oh, that one's a lot more like much different in certain ways, but yeah, no, yeah, I definitely do like these types of ideas in movies. So I do like this one, but I definitely should revisit it.
I am glad that I revisit because I think this is gonna be my third time watching most of Obayashi's movies. It is fun revisiting these because they, even like the first time that I watched, especially these two, I was kind of worried. Even though I gave them high ratings, I was kind of worried that they wouldn't hold up on a rewatch just because they are just more like they felt more to me like kids movies. But it's kind of amazing the ideas that you can get out of these movies.
Is this like top tier Obayashi for you? It's
not top tier, but it's like it's high tier. Like it's
like A tier.
Yeah, it's A tier.
Okay.
I like it a lot. I mean, I don't want to say there aren't any Obayashi movies I don't like because there are some that I think are just like complete duds. but most of them I do at the very least like. Because he, like I said, there's always something formally that he has going on in the movie that is super interesting.
Yeah.
That makes most of them not just like duds, but
Yeah.
But do you guys have anything else? I guess, or do you just want to go ahead and get in the movie?
We can get into it.
I mean, I guess this is like more anime of a movie too. Maybe I don't know.
There is a lot of anime going to it.
Yeah, we know Blake eats that shit up.
I do. I like anime. I mean, even the ending song, I think is.
Well, this is what I was saying about the
Idol.
influential part.
Yeah. Well, it's like this. I think these are also
genre
considered.
film.
I think these are also considered his like idol movies, technically.
Yes.
Because this girl that he has is actually a singer. I'm pretty sure. Like the main actress is a singer. She was an idol, a Japanese idol.
And one of the articles I read says like this basically he kind of popularized this formula, this youth film formula of a pop idol plus a story of first love or adolescent awakening.
Yeah.
Which, a lot of anime is about this.
It is, yes.
Yeah. Maybe this is just like also, it just has like, to me, general narrative problems when you have like a central character, for a lot of films. But maybe I'll touch on it as we go through it. As Manny Call will put it, the bug of linear narrative.
The bug of linear narrative.
But even though that's why I wish like the title is so hopeful to me.
Well, that's why I still think it falls into it doesn't fall prey to that trap. Honestly,
we'll
for
see.
me.
I guess as we talk through the plot, but I'm gonna think like it's a lot of it's very linear except for this ending where it does kind of get crazy.
Linear in what way though? Are you talking about?
As the way the plot unfolds, like until we get this kind of like reveal of who he really is.
Yeah. You mean until she starts jumping through time?
Yeah. But even then, like the jumping through time is kind of explained, like in the narrative linearly, It's like still something that happens in the course of the linear narrative, where all of a sudden she's jumping through time. If that makes sense, but. I don't know, like
I don't feel like it is. I don't know, because
like even to me, something like Interstellar feels like it kind of like jumps through different times way more than this one does.
I don't know. This one, I feel like it's never really explained how they ever jump through time. It's just like this feeling that you have to have, I guess. Like I guess the whole thing is they just have to think about the place that they want to go back to. But I think the interesting thing that's never stated out loud in that is, I even have it in my notes whenever the time comes, is like, I feel like he has the sea playing behind her in that scene to say that she's kind of like lost in the sea of time. Like she doesn't know where she's going. Like she's literally getting lost in time. Because there's also some quotes that they have about, like, don't be a departed spirit of time, basically. Like, don't get lost in time. Or don't get bogged down by time or worrying too much about it, I guess, is something else you could say. I don't know. I don't know, but we can go ahead and get into the movie, I guess. Why not? So it opens with the quote, "When one discovers love that transcends reality, is that fortunate or not?" Which I guess that's kind of what we were talking about. That's kind of what your question was, Day. Like, is the ending even like, is it a good thing that she found this love? I guess that's what he opens with too.
Yeah.
But then obviously we have the opening, a movie again. And it opens with Goro and I think her name is Yoshimiya. I can't remember her name. We'll just call it the girl who left her time. But it opens in black and white again. And they're both looking up at the stars. We don't really know much about what's happening yet. They're just looking up, kind of just like talking about how beautiful the stars are. We do see, I think that they're basically on the school trip again, where all the members of their class are skiing down this hill at night for some reason. I don't know, probably just because it looks great, filmmaking wise, I guess. I don't know. But on their way, like, back to their student classmates, they do run into this like one random guy who we don't really know at the time. Obviously, like, we're just getting introduced to all these people, but they know who he is. It's Fukamachi. We are already kind of given hints, even this early, if you watch it again, that this is whenever he first appears in their life. Like, he's not actually a part of reality, you would say. because whenever he gets there and they have to all start skiing down, someone else has to give up their skis for him because there's not an extra pair of skis. Like he's missing skis, so that's obviously an easy like filmmaking way to show like he just got there. And I do personally love the shot of them all skiing down the cliff. It literally just looks like they're all holding torches because the shot's very dark. It just looks good.
These opening shots.
The train ride's even better though.
Yeah.
Like, the train ride is whenever... I don't know what you call this shot, but it's just, like, where he has most of the screen black and white, and then just some of it's in color. Like, just certain parts of it are in color. It looks fucking good as hell, though, like, whatever he's doing.
Yeah.
Like, because I think there's this shot of, like, the train out the window, too. Like, that's the only time it's in... only thing in color for one part of this.
Yes.
I don't know.
No.
Like,
It's
those
so
flowers
good.
are insane.
No, the flower shot's so fucking amazing, dude. Like, because whenever the movie finally goes fully in color, whenever we're watching the train just go by on the train tracks and these flowers,
it's like with these movies, and then I guess he finally reaches it. I feel like in his Motorbike Island, he's like experimenting more and more with the color.
I think so, yeah.
Because then, like in his Motorbike Island, he's like dude. The way he's doing it's like so instinctual. Doesn't even make logical sense.
It only makes sense. That movie is so good. I can't wait to get to it next week.
Could never give it 3.5 stars.
I know, dude.
Couldn't
Just the fact he opens with that quote and then he shows you like basically what he's trying to do with this movie. Like, oh my god, you love dreams. This guy makes me mad.
Honestly, these are probably the best visuals of the movie. Honestly,
these opening ones, they're really great. Yeah,
like he doesn't do as much later on in the movie until this like the leaping through time scene.
I would say I think
Like,
it's
a lot of
beautiful.
it's just
This
a
movie is
lot of
beautiful
talking.
to look at to me because you're still getting a lot of great shots of the city. Like a lot of this
no,
movie
it's
just
not
them
definitely.
walking
The rest of it
around,
still
too.
looks good, but I remember like these opening shots are like gorgeous.
No,
and then the
yeah.
way like when they're talking on the train about her, and they're talking about how she just like loves time.
Yeah.
I don't know what they say.
I don't.
All she talks about is something surreal of passing time. Yeah, and then the way like it is part of the frame is in color, and the rest is black and white. And then I mentioned on the last the shots of the flowers with it changing from black and white to color.
It's so good because the train is like way in the distance, and then we just see these flowers close up. It's so nice. I love that shot so much. But as we see the train rolling by, the credits do roll, and I think that this is like he loves using classical music to score his movies. I don't know what this classical music is, but it is a beautiful piece that he has as the score of this. But we do get opening shots of cherry trees as the credits are rolling and we're watching everyone walk to school. We do have scenes of them in the class and they're kind of learning about just like cycles of trees, like the cycle of life, just more things about time, just everything in these classroom scenes are basically about time because we have the time of like the trees' lives and then we have like sun and moon cycles and stuff like that in the next class that they're in. But the big thing that happens in the school is the three of them, Goro, Fukumachi, and Yoshimiya, are given the task to clean the classroom or whatever at the end of the day. And whenever she's left alone, because the two guys left her, she thinks that she hears something in the lab, and so she goes to check it out. And whenever she goes to check it out, we have... Honestly, I personally think these shots are great too, just because I love shots of clocks. Because she goes in there, she sees just this broken vial giving off like this like really like strong fume, and she faints whenever she inhales it. But whenever she's fainting, we just get these like clock sounding, and then the last thing she sees is just a clock on the wall. It's just I like that shot a lot, like as she hits the ground. But after she passes out, the boys return and find her obviously passed out on the ground, so they get her to the infirmary. And once there, she kind of tells the teachers what she saw, and so they all go out and go back to check the lab, and obviously they find nothing wrong there because I don't know, everything gets put back in order via time travel later on in this movie. But the only thing she really remembers is that she smelled lavender. That was the only smell that she can remember. But on the walk home from school that day is the first time that we get this first instance of her maybe feeling that time is different for her, because whenever they're walking back, we do get that one scene of the bike driving past them, and it's just like Obayashi decides to just like cut the bike going like super fast down the road. It's like very jittery and staggering. But but on their walk home, they obviously like Goro goes home first, and then like I think she gets invited to Fukumachi's house. Which, watching this a second time, this entire storyline with just these grandparents are honestly like kind of like really sad, because it's like the bad part of nostalgia almost, or the bad part of memory. Because the whole thing is this guy is an alien, or not an alien, but he's a human from the future, time traveling, that can alter people's memory. And so he's making these grandparents think that he's their dead grandson, which we don't find this out until like later on in the movie, obviously. But if you watch it again, you're just like, damn, like it's really sad that these grandparents basically think they're being tricked into believing that their grandson's alive, and they're like a slave to this memory that is not really theirs. But it's also like, is that a bad thing because they do have their grandson, or they think they have their grandson?
Yeah, this is some of the shit like I need another watch.
It's so good. I don't know. That's why it's like I do really like this movie a lot, obviously, but the whole reason that this guy, though, I mean, this grandson, he's living here, and this grandpa, I guess, is like, he used to be a botany professor, I think is what they say, because they have a lot of flowers in this house, and we don't know why flowers are important yet. We just know, obviously, like lavender makes her kind of like pass out, and that's obviously what's going to lead her to being able to jump through time. But
wait, does he ever explain why they don't have flowers in the future?
I mean, I think it's just assumed that the whole world goes to hell, like it's probably going to, and where everything's gonna die. No,
I was like, this can't be the best way to get flowers.
Time traveling back to now.
To like a local greenhouse of like some grandparents.
I mean, hey,
there's got to be some more flowers.
Maybe there's some quality flowers there.
A botanical garden somewhere you could go to, maybe. Or...
What better flowers than these random Japanese grandparents, man? They probably grow the best lavender. Like,
there's got to be like, you know.
There are some great shots of the greenhouse, you know, because we do get some shots of the greenhouse in this.
The lavender does look good.
It does.
Lavender has a unique smell too.
It's a great smell. I honestly love the smell of lavender. I wish it made you time travel. Honestly, that'd be cool to find out.
Where would you time travel to first?
Would you go to the past or future?
I'm gonna have the most white guy answer of all time, because Sean and I have literally talked about this. But we go back to Alexandria and warn them that someone's coming to burn the library.
Oh my god!
They're coming to burn the books. Get them out.
You know that they knew that already. You would get there and be like, we know, we can't do anything.
Yeah. Get the dwarves.
What are we supposed to
shit.
We'll take. Did you bring any guns?
Did you bring any guns?
What the fuck is a warning gonna do? No one's with the power. Like, if you bring machine guns,
I would go back to when there were no humans on Earth.
Okay, that'd be fun too.
No, you wouldn't.
I'd be like on my Mandalorian shit.
And you would stay there.
Well, that wasn't part of the problem.
You can't come back.
Okay, that's different.
You're stuck now, bitch.
Yeah.
It's like the genie that tricks you. Like, oh, you never said that.
Damn, that'd be crazy.
And you only get one wish, bitch. And then they throw you with like the fucking dinosaurs. Like,
oh, wait,
what time period before humans would you go to though?
I don't know, when it's like empty and shit.
Or dinosaurs?
Like before oxygen?
No, there's oxygen. Well,
so Earth exists.
Yeah.
But there's no animals.
There could be a few. As long as they're not trying to like kill me and shit.
Oh, okay. That's like really early Earth then. Just to see what it was like, or
walk around, take a little stroll.
Like during Pangea.
Realistically, I want to know like which places like have some sort of like technology that tells me where I'm at in the present.
Like, do you want to see if like Pangea was actually a thing or whatever?
Well, it was actually. What do you mean?
Let me visit Arkansas before all this shit was built. You know.
No, I've always thought about that. Like, what did Arkansas look like in the age of the dinosaurs? You know, like fucking dinosaurs just walking around on this land.
Was there a dinosaur right here?
Possibly.
I mean, probably at some point, or maybe like at certain points we were probably underwater.
That'd be great. Like, I would need to scuba dive
because you know what Pangea is, right? Hopefully.
Yeah, when they're like all together. And shit.
Oh, it was all one continent.
Yeah.
But like, where on Earth? I don't even know where on Earth exactly it was.
How would we be underwater though for above land? Or we're on a plateau.
But where we are exactly now could have been a lake or a river.
We're below sea level, I think here.
I thought we were on a plateau. Right, aren't we? We're on a plateau. It's like a great plateau.
We're on like a valley. I feel like.
Yeah, we have no idea.
Yeah, we're talking like we're experts and shit. Anyway,
but that would be cool. Like, I think I would have to go to the past too.
Where? Dinosaurs?
That's for a different episode. See, like, if she has the power to go through time, to fucking just use it on fucking love, it's insane.
I would go to
like. Why is she not going back to the dinosaurs?
I could see maybe going to try and attempt to wife up Cleopatra. Just like give it a shot.
At least seeing what she looked like. What's all the hype about?
She's probably really well.
You're like, oh, she's chopped.
She's dead.
You're like, wow, she does look like Elizabeth.
We're finding wars over this girl.
I mean, there are some like, especially because we grew up Christian. I always wanted to know what Bathsheba looked like.
Go and dap up Jesus Christ.
Hell yeah, man.
What's Bathsheba?
Hell yeah, brother.
Remember the one David cheats on?
The one David kills the husband.
He kills the fucking husband.
Basically,
it's like she must
yeah.
It's like, I mean, to make you commit murder, like she must
be a really
damn. She must have been insane. Yeah. That's a crazy one to first jump to, though.
Actually, in Song of Solomon, there's some like extremely risky shit. I mean, there's like erotic stuff in it.
Damn.
And the reason I bring that up because you know I mentioned I watched Ordette.
Yeah.
Actually, no, it's in Day of Wrath. Have you seen Day of Wrath?
No.
Oh damn. Well, the film was about her. She's married to an old guy, but she cheats on the old guy with his son.
I would hope so.
But,
it's a bit better.
Yeah, with his son. But there's a really crazy scene where she's like, because if you actually know what Song of Solomon about, it's like insane. But she's like, can I choose to read a passage? It's like all the families at this dinner table. It's like really strict, and she's like, can I choose to read Song of Solomon? And she like looks up at the son too. Like it's like, oh my god, this is insane. Like there's like because like you know she's cheating on her husband with his son, they're both sitting at the table.
And she's reading the
Song of Solomon, which is like if you know what Song of Solomon is, it's like damn. I don't know how we got on this.
Song to Solomon, song to song.
I
don't know how we got on this either, honestly. But
I brought up Bathsheba.
Time travel. That's how.
Bathsheba. Travel.
Classic Luke Danny tangent.
It fits with the movie, though. You know.
I wish.
Don't be through time.
She can jump through time, but she stays like in her exact same time the whole time.
Well, it's because she can't get lost in time. That's the whole thing.
Dave's like, stupid bitch. Go to the dinosaurs.
Plus, actually, is she the one doing the
time.
leaping, or is she getting leapt through?
No, she's doing leaping.
Is she?
Yeah.
Because she kind of gets just thrown through it a little bit, it feels like.
She gets pushed off at first, but then she does her own leaping later. Right. And she does kind of start out doing her own leaping, but
if she's doing her own leaping, that makes it worse. Like, she could have gone anywhere.
Well, the whole thing
she goes to her own local memories, like...
I mean, that's also a good thing to do, though.
Maybe, but like you're saying, like
okay, but some people
when you asked the question to us, none of us were like, "Oh, I'd go back to my own like to see what I was doing."
Some people would maybe go back to the past of time, alter their life. You know,
that's where I'm like,
give your younger self a little pep talk, maybe.
Don't they say this in the movie? You can't have two places at once.
Yeah, because she always disappears.
So you can't technically do that.
Disappears.
You can't technically alter. Maybe you could watch, but...
Damn.
Honestly, sounds like hell watching your past mistakes. That's...
Yeah. Fucking yeah. Doesn't that happen in the Christmas Carol?
Muppet Christmas Carol?
The Ghost of Christmas Past, yeah.
Don't they go back in time?
Yeah, I think they take them into the past, the present, and the future in that movie.
Damn.
So.
That's a great time. Maybe.
Muppet Christmas Carol, yeah.
Didn't you watch a Muppet movie recently?
The Muppet Christmas Carol, yeah. And different one too.
Damn, I need to watch that. Is it really good?
Muppet Christmas Carol?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Kermit. Kermit.
Yeah,
Kelly just said Hermit.
No, I didn't.
All the Kermit heads flame him. Chat flame him.
Anyway. We should get back to the
movie.
We can get back to the movie.
Gotta cut all that out.
No, the next morning she does wake up, and this is kind of another one of the first instances of her kind of leaping through time, even though she doesn't know how yet. Because it's just like she wakes up and her mom is just she asks if she wants tea, basically. And she says yes. And then she just sits down at the table, and it's this great shot of her just sitting there. And then the film kind of just like cuts just a little bit, and you see the tea mug just steam. So without anyone obviously pouring the tea, so that's how you know like time has skipped a little bit. It's just a really like little thing. That's
you got that shot from Two of the Things I Know About Her? Oh, that's coffee. Never mind.
That is coffee.
Kind of similar.
I would say this is more of like an Uzi type scene, like a tea scene. But...
Give that to me.
Huge miss.
Damn.
Huge miss. But I do like the shot of her just like sitting there contemplating kind of like what's happening, because it's like this just the shot of like the smoke superimposed over her face from either the tea leaves or the fumes. But
yeah,
it's a great shot. But after obviously this happens, she kind of gets like confused and goes out for a walk. She goes to like Goro's house to visit, and this is another. I also kind of like just love these shots in this soy sauce shop that he's a part of, because he says in this moment he's like, "I'm the son of a soy sauce shop. This is like basically where he belongs." But she's saying that she loves the smell of soy sauce. I don't know. I kind of just like love this little area.
It does look really cool.
It looks like an interesting place. But she came to like return something that he gave her whenever she like passed out or whatever. And then we just get like this long, like kind of like random scene of just Goro by himself on top of his roof, just like standing there, like just contemplating life almost. I don't know. Yeah. It's pretty great. I like it. And then he just starts like cleaning pots. But then we get like the next day at school, and this day is kind of important because this is the day that we'll be getting like played over again later on, or here shortly, I guess. But
a little basketball.
A little bit of basketball. Fucking short ass shorts. But
it's the 80s, so
it is the 80s.
They were doing that.
But yeah, they're in gym class obviously first. Then she's in class getting something wrong that the teacher asks her. And then I think that she's doing like I honestly like the archery thing. Like I like how this is just framed and set up. It looks pretty fucking cool, honestly. But in the archery, and whenever she's like doing her archery practice, she has like a premonition of where a shot's gonna land. That kind of freaks her out, and she goes and leaves and goes home. What happens though that night is it's kind of the next big scene in the movie, where it's just like this earthquake just kind of happens out of nowhere, and it kind of starts off like kind of like horror-y, because you just get like the doll looking like right at her, and the head starts moving, and then it like jumps out at her. And it's kind of like a scene out of House almost, but
yeah.
But obviously an earthquake kind of starts, and I do like the shot of her just standing alone in her room as the room is shaking is a really great shot that I liked. But they ride out the earthquake outside obviously, and then they see that a fire started, and she sees, I don't know how she sees, but she does see that this is kind of close to Goro's house, so she goes and runs and just to see if he's okay. And she does find Fukumachi down there, and then we just get scenes of them walking home together as well after they find out that Goro's fine and everything, and they're all putting the soy sauce back in. Which apparently soy sauce is like flammable, and that's why they're like really worried about it. I don't know, because there are like people in the dialogue in the background saying like, "Oh, it's a good thing that I didn't hit the soy sauce shopper, or the explosion would have been like really big." Yeah, and I was like, "That's super interesting. That soy sauce is like that. Apparently, I don't know.
Damn,
it's flammable.
That'd been cool to see, honestly.
It would have been, honestly.
You gotta get Michael Bay to like blow up some soy sauce on one of his movies. Like,
that's about to be the most
why
racist.
Why has that not been used before?
That's about to be the most racist scene of all time.
Like there's why has John Woo not used that? Like, there's like a a little fire pit or something nearby a character, and he's like, "Give me the soy sauce."
Give me the soy sauce.
Throws it right at the flame. Like it'd be perfect. It's like so I was like, "Why do you fucking soy sauce?"
We should try that.
It's flammable, bitch.
Explodes.
Throw some soy sauce in the fire.
Or they're like, even better. John was like, the character's like, let's meet in a soy sauce shop for this deal.
To be honest,
why is he choosing a soy sauce shop? This is weird as fuck.
I didn't know soy sauce shop was a thing. Like, I didn't know that.
I mean, that
was
kind of makes sense.
Like a whole shop dedicated to a certain type of sauce. There's no ketchup shops.
They make it.
There's no mustard shops.
They don't sell it. They may sell it,
but isn't a shop technically, doesn't that imply you're selling it?
Okay, they might sell it.
I think they're probably the provider of the soy sauce for the entire town is what it's like. Kind of what it looks like.
Is there ketchup?
Like they're like a wholesaler. They sell to the restaurants
Heinz
and stuff. It looks like.
That's not a shop.
It's a company though. That's kind of what I would say this is probably. It's like they're distributors of soy sauce.
Do we even see the parents in this?
So I think it's implied that his dad is dead. Because we do see a picture of his dad, and then we see his mom. Like Goro. But I think that his dad might be dead, and that's the reason he's working so hard at the soy sauce shop. Because there's a lot of death in this movie, too, obviously. There's just, like, people, or, like, I don't know. And how memories play a part of it. But we do get after they leave his house and start walking home together. We do get this scene after she leaves Fukumachi at his house. She's walking home alone, and it's almost like the camera is just like following her. I don't know. It's kind of like another, almost like pseudo horror scene in this movie. But immediately, whenever the camera like catches up with her and like something is pressed over her face, she wakes up the next morning. She's like, "Oh, it's just a dream." She runs out of the house though because she thinks she's late for school because she overslept. And on the way to school, she gets another one of these, like, I don't want to call them premonitions because it kind of like actually happens here, where she goes and rescues Goro from the falling stones off the building because of the it's just like loose rubble after the earthquake. But whenever she saves him, it like goes black and white, and then she wakes up again in bed. And this is whenever it's like kind of like Groundhog Day. She's just living the same day over again. Because whenever she wakes up this time, she sees that her sister didn't change the calendar, but she did. And now she's like a day early or whatever. Because like now we get all these scenes that we saw before just played back again. But now she's like freaked out because she feels like she's lived this day already. I do kind of like she causes like some drama between one of her professors and his like girlfriend. Because she says, "Oh, I like that tie because you wore it yesterday. I liked it whenever you wore it yesterday." And his girlfriend's like, "You said that you never had this tie." But at school, I think they basically just go through like the gym again. She answers everything correctly in class. And then whenever it gets to the archery scene again, she has the same premonition and she doesn't shoot again, just leaves. And the sky gets dark and like it starts raining and shit. And whenever she starts walking back home, I think this is whenever Danny like kind of brought up earlier. She stops at this clock shop, and she just like looks through the window and sees the clock there, and just starts like spinning randomly, and then like the hands jump out and attack her almost.
Yeah, we need more clock shops.
We do, honestly. I mean, there are. I think we should start a
clock shop.
We would go out of business so fast, but
for the love of the game.
It would be fun. I feel like the only clock shops are jewelry stores now. Because jewelry stores still have watches, but
I want to be Julianne.
There's no like clock shops.
I want to be Julianne from Marie and Juliet, like pairing the clocks and shit. Getting a little like romance with a ghost. You know?
Need to build an antique store, but only sell antique clocks.
Yeah.
That's how you sell it. Because then you probably actually make money. But yeah, she gets invited in because she's in the rain and coming home from work. She gets invited by Fukumachi into his house just to get out of the rain for a little bit. And I'm sure that Danny didn't like this part, maybe. I don't know, because we do get a flashback scene whenever they're talking. It is very short, but I'm sure that you still have problems with that. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, I don't have problems with flashback.
This flashback is
kind of like, is it just because the Infernal Affairs one?
Yeah, that one's so
and John Woo has a really bad one too.
John Woo does not have. Wait, which one?
I forget which one he does.
I don't know if he does. Like, it's fine.
You're like, no.
Oh no! Yeah, it was the last week. What were the two movies we did?
We just did one. Yeah, the one we just did once.
No. But there was also the one in what are the ones where it's like the historical epics?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, one where it's like when they're like riding on his, she's on his shoulders or whatever. Like
Okay, that was funny. That was
so funny.
That's as bad as the Infernal Affairs one.
Bro, the Infernal Affairs one's like funny.
But this is, I mean, the flashback is more just like, it's not just like, really, you can travel through time. This is what you're fucking doing.
I mean, she's not traveling through time. They're just talking about their past.
I mean, that's true. But she will go back to this time because they're talking.
Yes, but this time is also it is kind of important to her. Like that's the whole
exactly.
thing.
That's what's boring though.
Oh my god.
It's like, really, you can leap through time, and this is what you're fucking doing.
Damn.
A lot of people would go back to happy times in their life, I feel like.
But it's not happy times, really. It's like
this is a happy time for her, because she says that this cup means a lot for her. This is basically where her love formed for him. Even though it's supposed to be
this memory's not going to be real, though.
It is real, but it's just not
the way she remembers.
Not the idealized, like you said. Not the idealized guy that she's hoping for. It was her other one.
Yeah.
Danny's like, I can't believe you wouldn't go back to the Roman Empire.
Well, I would never say
Stupid
that.
motherfucker.
I would never say that.
Danny does say that.
Roman Empire? Are you serious?
I don't know, I was just thinking
Not
like,
you.
huh?
Like you were saying, like, oh, I've gone to World War II a lot recently. That's like.
What does that have to do with
It's like a
anything?
Roman Empire kind of thing.
Well, I was
Like
saying,
every white guy goes through this, you know, like a Roman Empire phase, a World War II phase.
World War II is pretty cool.
Those are the two big ones.
I don't really go Roman Empire. I don't really care that much about.
That's
will.
pretty.
It's
I
coming.
like the Roman Empire.
Greek better though.
What?
The Greek Empire.
Low key, I always forget they're like different.
I mean, because they stole a lot from the Greek.
They
Empire.
did.
So Romans came after it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which one was Julius Caesar a part of? Was he Roman?
Rome.
Was Nero Roman?
Yes.
Yeah, that was all Roman.
Fuck the Greeks.
But they had like the democracy and stuff. That was all Greek.
Greece
you
had
know?
Oh, Greek had Plato.
Greece
and
had
shit,
Sparta,
right?
Yeah.
Athens. They were a lot of separate city-states.
Damn.
That formed an empire.
See, Greek was like
except for Alexander the Great.
Well, yes, okay.
Greece was-
Like, he was Macedonian.
Greece.
He called himself Greek.
Yes, he was. He called
No,
himself
Greece with Plato, Socrates, and Aristotle kind of like washes Roman Empire.
Exactly. Like Roman, like they have some good philosophers and stuff. They also have that leader that wrote like the book of like why am I forgetting this? See, this is why you can tell I'm not a Roman guy, but it's not Seneca.
Wait, oh, you mean like Marcus Aurelius?
Yes,
yeah,
that's the one I'm thinking
I
of.
was gonna say Machiavelli.
Like every Roman guy every Roman guy.
Oh, he's like the stoic,
He's calling me
like
out.
The stoic leader,
Alpha male.
leaderman.
Yeah.
Like, Marcus Aurelius has some
Actually,
interesting
yeah, the book
philosophies,
is cool
so-
though.
people definitely probably take his words in the wrong.
But I don't know how we got on that.
Time
I
travel.
don't know how either. I
Time-
mean, yeah.
well, you tried to like
time
make a
travel.
point, like, oh, Luke loves the Roman Empire for some reason.
You're the one who brought it up.
You brought that
You accused
up.
me first, so I had to strike.
Yeah,
back.
because you're like getting mad at her and shit about like what her choices.
Yeah, because it's
damn.
like you gotta choose a different time period, like
Like
Indian
what?
history maybe, or
But this is what so many people
prehistoric
do.
history. I've been.
I think
getting into a lot.
something he's trying to show in this is basically what memories are. Basically, like if you think back on something, you are kind of time traveling.
I just don't know if a little girl's gonna be like, I want to go see the prehistoric period. Like, I don't think that's like her
15-year-old
first thought.
Yeah, like,
She
I
should
doubt
though.
you're like,
She's wrong.
she's wrong.
Jesus
Well, I guess
Christ.
that's what I'm trying to ask. Is this movie saying she's kind of wrong in a way, like because she still idealizes?
I think that's
this
what
guy,
I think
you know?
that's what Obayashi's letting you decide for yourself almost, because that's kind of why he asked the question at the beginning.
Yeah,
It's kind of for you to decide. But yes, this scene ends with her basically just telling him like, I feel like I'm living the same day over again. He's like, isn't that deja vu? But after this, they go to the greenhouse again, and they start singing that song, that little children rhyme or nursery rhyme, I guess you would say, that they sang in the flashback. Just like this thing about the idiot pear. I don't know. It's a cute little song, honestly. But she also says in this moment, like, she wants, because she's like scared of what's happening to her, she wants this guy to save her. Which I guess is just another reading of your idealized man, basically. Like, this is her idealized relationship that she wants, and she wants him to save her. But now we get the earthquake scene played again, except this time she's obviously not worried because she knows everything's going to be okay, and she immediately goes and runs to Goro's house. And whenever she gets there, she meets Fukumachi again because he does believe her. Another scene of, or I guess another instance of these people just like kind of believing or buying into this almost like fantasy that these people are having almost, but or believing what they're saying. But whenever they're walking home together after this, they start talking about like teleportation and time and stuff on their walk back. I love, like, we have some like good star shots in this also, even though I'm pretty sure the stars are just green screen, but they still look amazing. But on the walk home, they also start singing that song again, and as she like says goodnight to him whenever they get back to his house, she looks at his thumb and sees that his scar is not there. So that's just another instance of, or another like hint that this guy is not actually, I guess, who he says he is, you would say. But the next day starts, and this time she runs out of the house early to save Goro from the vision that she had earlier of the stones falling off that little temple that he was walking under. And she does save him. And then she realized that he's actually the one that has that scar on his thumb. Like, she sees it, and she kind of like she basically kind of freaks out that it wasn't Fukumachi because she's basically remembering things wrong, and so she runs off to like find him. And this is whenever we start to get to where I truly fell in love with this movie the first time, like this last like basically third of the movie, because whenever she runs to find him, she has to run to the greenhouse, and the only thing she can think of is what he kind of like told her. I think he told her something about like lavender being basically her trigger.
Yeah.
And so she goes up to the lavender, and we have this great scene again where he uses the technique that he used from earlier that he hasn't really used since then, where it's just like some of the screen goes black and white and the rest of it stays in color as she's smelling the lavender.
Yeah, and like all like the jump cuts.
Yes.
Superimposition.
Superimposition.
Well, I think they call it like basically stop motion with using live action frames.
Okay, that's what it looks like.
He did, because you mentioned this earlier with the train.
Yeah.
He kind of hints at it earlier.
Yeah.
Apparently, this was a famous Obayashi technique. He like used a lot
this
for
is like
experimental films.
No, this is some like
basically like
shit.
using live action frames like animation. So that's why it's like cutting really fast.
Yeah,
because different frames every cut.
It's like if Tony Scott made a Braggage movie.
Honestly, that's what it kind of feels like. Like it definitely feels like.
I mean, some of
Braggage
these
a little
images,
bit.
yes, I could
just,
see.
like, shook your
I could
head.
maybe see. Like there's some
There's,
Braggage parts in the scenes, like the way it's filmed, at
Just the
least
trees and
technique
shit.
wise.
Like
yeah.
there's some like he
and just the
focuses
fast
on
cutting you're
trees so
talking
much.
about.
Yeah.
They kind of, I could see that. The shots of the trees, the different, even like colors of the film grains and stuff.
Yeah.
Just that one moment, I would say. Because then, like, they're on the mountain.
Well, yeah. Now she's found where she's going
Yeah.
in time. At least this part. At this part. Yeah. Because whenever they're in the mountain,
Get the 80s digital effects.
I mean, yeah, we do get the visual effects in this scene.
They're so funny.
Although I do like in this scene the flowers, because the flowers are just like popping. Like even though they're probably.
I just meant like the
biggest
outline around them.
No, yeah, the little purple outline.
Honestly, I like that.
No, it's like endearing.
I like
you
that.
know.
He is basically telling her in this scene, like, because we still don't really know who he is, but he obviously knows more about this time traveling than she does, because he's basically telling her, like, right before he pushes her off the cliff, he's like, you can't go back to the origin if you keep jumping like this. You'll only end up as a departed spirit lost in time.
It's kind of like Tenet.
I mean, that
You're
does
gonna
sound like something
explain.
Robert Pattinson would say.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Like, don't be a
Like
vagabond
he's like the
time.
expert, and like John David Washington's like like new.
He's
to
like,
it.
don't be a vagabond.
Don't be a
time.
vagabond
Yeah.
of time,
It
or
sounds like
depart-
something he
or
would say,
departed
man.
spirit
No,
of
yeah.
time. Some great shit.
It's like, I still don't know exactly what that means, but in the movie's context.
I think the vagabond of time is kind of like how you'd be using it, like just jumping back to where you want to. Like you have to use it like responsibly.
Well, she kind of gives up her powers.
Well, not having a
or
she
no,
does,
she does. Or
I mean,
he takes them-
unwillingly,
I don't know.
kind of. I mean, willingly / unwillingly. I don't know. She does want to turn back to normal. That's something she said in this team. In this scene, she like wants to be a normal girl again. It is funny though. He just like straight up like says you have to have faith, and just like pushes her off a cliff. But this is really the scene of the movie. Like after they fall off the cliff, like it's like this like Hitchcock almost scene, like this vertigo effect of them falling with like the clocks like just in a loop.
Yeah.
And then like I have it in all caps. This is the scene of the movie. Like it's just kind of what it's a prolonged version of what we just kind of watched with her jumping through the first time. I especially love the fucking clock shit in this, like because Obayashi, like whenever he's going up the stairs, he like goes around these like children or whatever, and like it's so cool because these kids have to have just been like random kids he passed in the street whenever he was like taking these pictures or filming this or whatever, because they're just like looking directly in the camera whenever he like walks around. Yeah. But then he finds this clock on the ground. The clock just starts following the camera, and it keeps on turning around like it's going all crazy and shit. I don't know, love this shit. But I did also bring up, I think earlier I brought up whenever the sea is like crashing around her, at least that's to me like she's getting lost in the sea of time. Like she doesn't know where to go. And obviously Fukumachi comes and as that purple outline like says to the lab Saturday, and just like kind of like rescues her out of that. But we do get multiple scenes of her just like kind of going through her life as Danny's like been kind of like hating on a little bit. It's basically just like going back through her life and or at least like remembering things how they actually were, you would say, because this is her proof that Fukumachi is obviously not real or not from her time. Like she's getting shown it firsthand. She just doesn't really want to believe it yet, but she does eventually make it to where she wants to go, which was the lab on Saturday. And now it's just her there with Goro, and Fukumachi's nowhere to be seen right now. And she takes the key and goes back to the lab by herself. And inside the lab, we get kind of, I guess this is what you were talking about, maybe, Danny, with people, with them trying to explain the time jumps and stuff like that, or like how they travel through time. Because he does like kind of explain some of it. Like he explains at least why he's back here, like for the plants and shit like that, because they need that to time travel. Also, like the Lavenders, how they travel through time.
Yeah.
He also says that he's been controlling everyone's memories, which this is also kind of what I brought up earlier, how if you do rewatch this movie, it is kind of like really sad whenever you think about that, and just like the implications of if this was actually like, if this could actually happen, like is it actually a good thing, or is it like really just like really sad? Because we do see these grandparents later on in this movie, they have a quick scene. That's one reason why I think it's like kind of important, is like that they're there in this movie. But anyway, but he's just telling her, she's basically just saying like, I'm scared, I don't want to lose this feeling I had for you and stuff like that, because he's saying like, I'm gonna have to erase your memory of me. And he's also saying like he's gonna have to erase his own memory of this all happening and stuff like that, because they can't alter the past, or he's not supposed to be altering the past or anything like that. Yeah. This is where it gets like all sci-fi and stuff like that. But she does have some good quotes about like, what is this feeling I'm having then? Like, why? Like, can I love something that's not real? Basically, is what she's asking. And she does have the kind of romantic ideal that she's still going to remember him even whenever he forgets, or whenever he erases her memory. She's like, I'll find you even if you come back, because he tells her earlier like, if I come back you'll never recognize me and I won't recognize you, we'll just pass each other by. And she's like, no, I'll remember, stuff like that. But he eventually obviously like makes her smell lavender or whatever, and makes her faint again, and erases her memory and everyone's memory and stuff like that. But we just hear Goro calling after she faints, and the screen goes back to black and white for a second. And then it cuts to the future after this, where she's kind of all grown up, you would say. She's still living with her parents, but she does have a job now as a pharmaceutical company. She does in this, like after she leaves the house to go to work, she does pass the grandparents, and this is the scene I was talking about a little bit earlier, where it's just like they're reminiscing on their dead grandson at this moment. It's really, really sad, honestly, because they're like the grandpa basically just says like, we've been lonely for a long time. I think we should stop buying things for a grandson that doesn't exist. And then they're just basically saying things like, we'll be lonely forever. And the grandpa's just like, yes, we will.
Some like Tokyo Story shit.
I mean, honestly.
I can see it.
That one's at least different because they're alive, but... right? Isn't the family like alive in Tokyo Story at the end?
I just mean like old people like being like sad
on their past and being sad that no one cares about them.
I mean, sometimes like in early summer, one of their kids is dead. He died in the war.
That's true.
It's like a big part of the movie. One of the sons.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. Totally.
There you go. So. Actually, in that YouTube, if you search on YouTube, Obayashi interview, you can find it. Like he did, I think it was like the Yale professor or something. He like did some interviews and stuff. But one of them, I forgot what fucking movie they were talking about. But they were talking about how he took from Ozu his mismatched cuts of like in one of the movies he specifically references it, like where Ozu were like, he'll shoot a shot reverse shot, but both people will be facing the same way or something, you know, just on purpose to get you like. And Obayashi goes on about it a little bit, how he basically he took that from Ozu.
Okay.
You know.
I mean, he definitely loves Ozu.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But yeah, after this little like kind of sad scene about just like memories in general and nostalgia, we get the ultimate end of this movie where Yoshiyama gets a call from Goro on the phone asking her out to come out and have fun like she's basically supposed to, and she says no. Not for any like it's just, at least to me it's implied that she just got this like something she can't forget, even though she has forgotten it obviously, because whenever she walks out and sees Fukumachi again, they don't recognize each other obviously. They just run into each other in the hallway. They have like one last look at each other, and then it's this great shot, honestly, of him walking away, and then the camera like zooms out really fast, and he's already like way at the end of the hallway. I don't know. It was pretty cool to me, but yeah, the big thing is,
Why does he come back?
I don't even think that's explained. Like he doesn't even know, because he obviously erased his own memory too.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. It's like the hallway from the Ernie Gare movie.
Honestly,
yeah.
It kind of is though. But yeah,
it's just like any hallway. Yo, Ernie Gare reference.
There's no people in that though.
Any hospital hallway.
No humans. No human bodies.
It is a hallway though.
There's a hallway. I'll give you that. There's a lot of hallways. I mean, Nolan's got some hallways. There's some great hallway movies.
We need to start a list. Who's the best hallway? I mean, Ozzy's probably the best hallway director. I feel like.
Ozzy's. I mean, he's got some good ones.
I mean, Psy's probably good. He's got to be up there.
Psy's got some good hallways.
Hey, Tati, the hallway, the hallway.
Oh, actually, yeah, never mind.
Which one are we talking about?
Playtime.
You just fucking rewatched it.
The hallway scene.
The hallway.
What?
That he spends 25 seconds walking down, or like a minute.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah, no fucking shit, dude.
I was like, which one are you talking about?
There are a lot of hallways in that movie.
No, that one is amazing. Yeah.
Well, actually, that's like. I mean,
that's the hallway.
That is the hallway. No hallway is better.
But yeah, that's obviously the end. I honestly like how it ends with them not recognizing each other. Obviously, like it stays true to, I guess, its feelings on letting you decide if this was even a good thing that she experienced.
Some umbrellas are Cherbourg. Shit.
I like that. Yeah.
I almost said La La Land. And I was like, I can't betray my values.
But yeah, that's gonna bring this week's episode to a close. Next week we're gonna have an absolute banger of an episode. At least
not for Danny.
At least for me and Luke. Hopefully Danny likes fucking his motorbike Island better this second time through. He better.
I better. What?
Either that or there's going to be a death on the podcast next week.
The death of Obayashi.
If you don't like Lonely Heart, I might honestly like walk out. No,
wait, what? Is it like these two?
I mean, it's part of the trilogy, so.
Ooh,
yeah, I know.
Not looking good for Danny.
Can't believe it. I mean, I honestly don't.
I'm curious. I hate to be the ratings police because, like, I'm glad we don't do ratings on the episode officially, even though we bring them up all the fucking time.
It's funny, yeah.
Well, I'm curious how Lou's going to be on these actually.
Well,
That's all I'm saying.
If you were
I'm
looking
curious.
at Letterboxd, I already logged one of them.
What'd you get? Let me guess. Cowards 4.
Cowards
Boom.
4.
Okay, no, it's not a Cowards 4, it's a 4.
It's true. I believe that too because he loves Obayashi's.
Exactly. This one will probably also get a 4 because I gotta like revisit.
I knew this was going to be Cowards 4. So
but it's not Cowards 4. It's a 4. It's a 4. I like
I
it.
just fucking.
Did I say anything negative about it? Did I say anything negative about it?
That's
no,
exactly
exactly. I didn't.
That's exactly why it's a Cowards.
No. Cowards 4 is when you shit on all the time and you get a 4.
You still get a 4.
Like someone.
To me, a true 4 would be you love the movie, but you would be willing to talk about why you don't like why it's held back as a great Obayashi for you. The Cowards 4 is like you don't want to offend. It's just like I just
gotta revisit it, bro. I gotta revisit it. You know.
I just want to know why is it only 4? Why is it not an upper tier Obayashi for you at the end of the day? Both of these, like what's holding it back?
You know, I'm not.
Because to me, that's where I think
I gotta revisit it.
That's what I haven't seen his future movies, and the way you guys talk about like Hanagatami, you know. Or even Lab
I do personally.
I don't see any of that in this at all.
Damn.
I mean, there are bits and
Hanagatami's about to get a
there are
Cowards
bits and
4.
pieces.
Hanagatami's about to get a Cowards
But it's held
4.
back by the bourgeois film drama at the end of the day for me. As Vertov would put it.
You or Me is definitely upper tier. Or like S tier for me.
S tier, damn.
Yes. It's still like the lower
I
of
will
his
say I like
5-star
that
movies,
one,
but it's
I
definitely
did like
S tier
that one
for me
quite a bit
still.
more, to be fair. But.
He's doing a lot more in the later movies, maybe.
I mean, he's doing a lot in these movies too.
But like, but I'm saying
that's where the coward comes in. Luke didn't want to say.
I gave you fucking reason, all right? Like, damn.
He does do more in Hanagatami.
It's a Cowards 4 if I don't get a reason. It's a Cowards 4 if I do give a reason. Like, I don't know at this point.
I've never right.
That's how we use
but
it.
If you haven't guessed, I guess already though, we're doing his Motorbike Her Island and Miss Lonely or Lonely Heart, aka Lonely Hearts. Two absolute masterpieces of Obayashi's filmography. So. And we all agree on that.
No, exactly.
And we'll talk about that next week.
Yeah, and any negative opinions will be stifled immediately.
Will be cut out.
Except Dave's
censorship
the
will be
editor.
used.
Except Dave's the editor, so he will probably cut out all the good things we say. No, but until next week, we hope to see you floating through the clouds.
桃栗三年柿八年
あの歌ね。
柚子は九年で成り下がる梨のバカめが18年
ラララ
愛の実りは海の底空のため息星屑が人手と出会って